Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. How you doing? Scotty D49 here with another Dungeons and Gumdrops session for today. It's going to be absolutely awesome. It is session 8, which is Welcome to Barovia. So picking up where we left off last session, we kind of teleported into Barovia after leaving Oakhurst, heading to one of the larger towns. And we got teleported into Barovia. We also met some new friends, a new friend along the way, Evanora, who is an Aasimar. So really interesting to see how that relationship plays out with her and Altharion and how that goes going forward. But yeah, we're just going to be recording today. This is going to be uploaded onto YouTube, hopefully within the next week or so after the game, with a bunch of the other sessions as well. It's going to be absolutely awesome. We've got most of us sitting in Discord already, so let's jump on over.
Die there.
We die before that, which is why we're not reaching the point that she's talking about.
Yeah. But we won't get there today. Regardless, we won't get there today. I don't think, unless you guys like speed mode it, which I'm not gonna let you because Babaloo's not here, and he's like one of those integral characters at the moment.
He's gonna come back next week and be like, "Why are you all different characters?"
Yeah, exactly. What happened? Well, let me tell you a story.
Bird was mean.
We're all like, "Who's the new guy?"
Yeah.
She had a very bad day.
I did. I had a horrible day. Actually,
Decided to take it out on us.
It wasn't so bad. I did get into
And
one
totally
said
pull off the
game
TPK.
and instantly died, which Kane found hilarious.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so that's fun.
What game was it?
Is she muted still? Yeah. So I jumped into D&D into GTRP, and instantly, instantly. So that's gonna be fun later.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun later?
Hilarious. What?
Don't worry about it.
What's gonna be fun
What?
later?
The thing
Wow,
that I have
okay.
to fix later.
Secrets don't make friends.
Hey, that's
The
my
thing that I
line.
have to fix later.
What part of the
I know.
last 2 years made you think that makes sense?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of have been
Jesus.
assaulting you for the past hour and a half, so
Mhm.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Neat.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Okay.
short stack.
Wow.
This
You
is
got
insane.
two chickies here that are going to take offense to these things. You better watch yourself.
Oh, no offense to you, Bird.
No.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Sorry, Sugar. Your height is much different than mine.
Apparently. Apparently.
It's not about perceived height. It's about like personality height.
Personality.
Chat,
height.
I've also
Yeah,
got
like,
Sugarsockz's
that is a great
stream chat up.
My personality
well.
is short. Like,
Yes,
So I was about to say, I think
I was
her
gonna say
personality is
something,
taller than you
whatever.
are.
It's gonna be interesting to
Stop
see
it.
her chat as we're
This
recording
group.
as well.
Oh my gosh, she does literally.
Actual height is 6.5.
I
My
love it.
personality height is 4'2".
Wow.
Man.
Well, thank you for the hydrate, Oxer. Are you hearing them being mean to me?
Lots
Yes.
of mean, lots
We're,
and lots
we're
of
Oh
mean.
my
all
God,
not
we're
mean.
in
Come on.
your
I haven't said
conversation was
anything
me
yet.
saying the word present.
Yes.
There's time, Scotty. There's time.
Wait, Dad, there's presents? Daddy, presents?
Right, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm getting from across the room.
There's presents. I
Uh,
love it so much.
also, as a heads up, Sugar, I've got your chat open as well. So I'm gonna be
hold
seeing.
on.
Uh-oh.
You
I guess I
iron.
I guess I
I
can
see a
watch
big
that.
old Smithy.
So,
We
so
have a
I can't
guest.
talk shit about you in my chat. That's what you're telling. It's just what
Well,
you're
I
telling
mean,
me.
you can.
Yeah. I can. I can. He'll never forget me.
Man, I talk shit
I
on
put up
you
your chat on my
guys'
phone.
chat all the
You
time.
talk
Just
shit
so I can-
all the time, Kane.
Look, there's that common saying, you know,
Whoa.
talk shit, get hit.
Yeah. I almost just banned Scotty on accident because I keyboard tapped my mouse. Sorry.
On accident, air quotes.
It
That
was
would've been funny,
totally an
though.
accident. It would have been hilarious. Actually, I did actually ban one of Stone's mods from doing that like a long time ago. It was hilarious when I got that DM afterwards. Bird, do you know that you did I'm like, no, I didn't know I did the thing, but okay, cool. Let's just,
told me
bring. I
Iron
never
Smithy was in series.
lived it down. I did. No one listens to me in this chat.
Well,
Iron's always
I
here.
said it. I know. I said it.
He stalks me. It's true.
I did. I said it. I said the thing.
It's like what? It's like that mean girl scene. Are you so obsessed with me?
Oh
what
my
is
goodness.
Still haven't seen
No,
it.
don't leave it.
No.
I mean,
No, Iron.
Man.
Yeah, just
The-
get out, Iron.
The biggest of oofs.
Thank you, Fire. because
No,
I was
wrong
about to
cue.
say,
Wrong cue. First
No,
off,
that's
you-
what it is.
you're
No,
all
no.
dumb. That's the
No.
word.
It's CUE. Q. This is my
No.
Q. Yeah.
No.
Me. A little
It's like a-
Spanish.
The
You said
skew
yeah.
is like a
I
line.
was saying really
Like
nice
what
things
in
about you
Spanish?
earlier, Iron, before it started.
Before all this.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is-
porque, exactly.
I've decided that we're actually cousins because I have a lot of like French Canadian in my background. So
Oh.
Like how you're like, I've
Wait, I am on a
decided we're
personal
cousins.
mission to get Iron to ignore his inner Canadian on many levels. I tell it at
Me
least
too,
every
Bird.
word.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Every conversation I have
the
him, I'm
problem
like,
with Iron
disregard
is
your
his outer
Canadian. Yeah,
The amount of
problem with
times
Iron
I have
is
told him, you're being too
you're
Canadian right now.
yeah. I told him the same thing. Just saying. I love it. I'm
So
glad
many
we're on the
This
times.
is
I'm like,
hilarious.
stop
This
being
is a hilarious
Canadian.
start.
Yeah,
Like-
we are on the same team, Sugar. So this makes
The
me
maple
happy.
syrup's good.
I mean, it is, but
See, but I know sassy
And
Iron.
Moosin.
yeah,
I know Iron sass,
I know he
but that
still
never
approaches
comes
me-
out.
He still approaches me very professionally. Like I haven't broken him yet. We'll get there.
don't
Oh.
touch my nice.
I'm like, Bird, I'm one conversation away from like, what's up, bitch? What's going on?
Yeah, seriously. No, I'm like okay with that. Like totally okay with that. Yeah. I'm down for it.
Gosh.
Bring it.
As Bird put it, she's the one vagina that I don't hate.
There you go. I did say that word for word. I am the one.
She
who tried to
did.
do
She
what I
did.
I promise.
She did. I don't. Okay, listen. In case you haven't noticed, besides Bird, there are no other women here.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
We're intimidating. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The only other vagina that
This
I
is a lot
will
of man.
moderately tolerate is Bonnie because she's a saint.
Oh, she's so precious. I
know.
I want to
wanna
protect
kiss
her at all costs. Like, just like,
seriously.
okay.
That's it. The
Uh,
rest of it, no, I'm good. I get along with them, ish. Kind of.
I don't like other women. I think they're
That is
dumb.
No,
verbatim
we
something
usually-
Sugar has said.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
I don't. Every time I
That's true.
befriend another woman, I'm always like, there's
Yeah.
gonna come a time where you're gonna make me regret this.
Exactly. Yeah, and I don't have very many vagina friends. Mm-mm.
Hard pass.
I-
Maybe,
I call
maybe
it-
if you
yes.
stop calling them
I-
vagina friends.
I call them vagina
Oh,
friends.
my
Okay,
goodness.
there is a
Can you imagine,
I-
can you imagine if I was going around throwing that term around?
I'm totally okay with
Oh
it.
my fucking god!
Don't hold her on the same page. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I can't use that term. There's no way.
We have had some conversations that blow this out of the water. I'm just saying.
I know. What I'm saying is like, let's go back to what was it? About an hour ago, where you literally said, "I'm coming in the rare form."
Yeah,
No,
you did. You
it's you
did.
do. Meat mess.
Yeats.
Vagina friend. I
Vagina
still
friend.
that's so
Look,
funny.
Heard that
Look.
term before, and that's I don't know.
I'm gonna use that.
I know,
I'm
right?
stealing
I'm-
that.
I gotta have
I'm
time to
sorry.
process that.
I'm
We haven't even
okay.
started with D&D.
We haven't even started yet.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
isn't D&D. This is
Do
the
we
weird
kind
chat
of like?
beforehand. Look,
Nope.
listen.
This is the chat that
Listen.
takes up half the D&D session.
Yes. And
I
follows it up with some more wily bullshit that we're not ready for. Trust me.
I will say too that conversation there reminds me of a scene from Team America that I will have to share with y'all once stream is over.
Uh-oh.
It is extremely not safe for work, but it is very pertinent to what Bird is saying.
America World Police.
I'm all right right with this.
Yes.
I'm okay with this.
I love them.
America.
So stupid.
It's a
Yeah.
great movie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
America. Oh yeah.
Oh man. I'm not gonna so loud today. Love it. Absolutely love it.
And I'm trying not to be loud. This is the thing. My wife's trying to write an assignment. Like,
Oh well.
Oh, I'm so sorry
you
for your wife. I will
And a
take full
sign.
accountability for you being loud. My bad.
Yeah, that's
Like
you
for
have to
school?
be me from the other night when we were trying to silent laugh with Sugar.
Oh my god.
Being Harper.
Oh my
That was
God.
physically painful. I was in so much pain
We-
through that whole
I mean,
thing.
Iron-
My chest hurt the next
Release
morning.
the please.
Yeah.
We can write people in at any time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, I was like, we might need to get Iron in on this.
yes, I would be so
Yeah.
down for Iron.
We can absolutely do that, but he's gonna have to just like sign a waiver that he has to deal with our bullshit because
Yeah.
I don't know if he can
You're gonna take off the
un-Canadian
family
his
friendly
own.
tag first
Yeah,
off. Like,
yeah.
that's step number one. Like,
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
on like line 2 is you may be involved with and exposed to at least 2 nacho moments per night.
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I'm
that
please
if
be
you
aware
end
that you
up
may have
streaming-
some mild sexual harassment. It's totally okay. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
forcing
yeah,
of elf
yeah.
pudding
And
down
we
your
leave
throat.
this
And if you
section.
stream this, you
yeah,
might get
there's
a
lots of
second
elf
email.
pudding.
I will. All right, Smithy. I will to hook up with you this week, and we will get you a character made.
Whoa, bird. Hey, whoa.
I will hook up with Smithy any night.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
The beard
I
is
don't
the
know.
beard,
Maybe
isn't it?
one of your vagina friends.
I know it.
I mean,
Also,
I
not,
mean-
not gonna lie, I've been kind of considering hitting up Scar for when I'm not present. If you guys did want to continue a session to see if he'd be willing to.
Oh my
run
god,
out
Scar would be
Barrier.
hilarious.
I mean that would be awesome. You're more than welcome.
Oh my
Just give me the
God.
heads up.
Yeah.
I'm stepping in on Sugar's territory. Do you see what's going on here? Did you see what's going
Yeah,
on?
you guys are
Your
gonna
tab?
fight.
Is Iron my territory?
I don't know. I guess so. I mean,
Are we
Stop
dog?
the
Did I
iron
pee on
band
his
stuff.
leg somewhere and I was like, this
Yeah.
is mine? Is that what
yes,
happened?
I think that's exactly.
Ah.
It.
You peed on iron?
Ah,
Yeah.
apparently I peed on Iron and marked him.
Yeah.
So that happened.
That is. I guess
Oh,
everyone here is
gosh.
vagina friends. Wow.
Hey, wait, you stop doing what?
Oh,
Apparently.
I'm
feel
dead.
like
And now
people
we're
stop
dead.
pulsing each other. That just doesn't seem right.
It doesn't. No.
Peeing on people? I can't. It's a kink. What?
I mean,
What?
she's not lying. She's.
Look,
she's
D&D
straight up
hasn't even
lying.
started yet. Hold on.
Hold up.
I just
He's
want to
over
point
there
out that
stripping.
this is not the
Wait.
Yeah,
roleplay
we're making them hot.
session. This is just straight
No,
up.
it's not.
This is just normal. I'm sorry. I don't
What
Yes.
happens when you get like 8 stupid people in one Discord call together and just have
True.
like rape,
Yeah.
whatever stupid thing happens. I'm still stuck on vagina friends to be entirely
look,
honest with you.
Okay, I have been stuck on puss for like 2 days. Thank you very much, Fire. So,
I can't stop with the peanut energy. I did find out. Okay, hold on. Serious talk though for a second. I found out that Hawkster plays D&D, and I had a moment of like, motherfucker, why haven't you told me before? We need you in here.
There you go. See,
oh gosh.
next session, I think we're gonna have a very intriguing time.
Oh lord.
All right. Now that there's a
I was
break
gonna say that's
in
too
the
many for one party.
conversation.
That's way
No,
too many
it's
for
never
one
too
party.
many, Claire. I'm
Actually,
just
no,
saying.
it's not. I do have a game that works for up to 15 players.
Next question. Hey,
That
no,
sounds
Done.
next section
very
it's not the
Me and my
party
11
blowing up.
personalities. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah, we just, Harper needs to lead the way.
No, they don't count as full personalities. They're half personalities because they're so
Hey,
short.
Doctor, I'm the dwarf.
But are you the southern dwarf though?
We can have more than one.
I mean,
dwarf,
I am a hill dwarf, so technically I am a southern dwarf.
Oh my.
Technically.
I can't take
Yeah.
Hawkster doing his southern accent because it instantly triggers mine.
Um,
I'm just a southern
Yeah,
dwarf from the northern part of the.
It's a
continent,
problem.
So I don't know, something like that.
All right.
Look, I didn't know hill dwarfs were from the south when I made it.
a
hill dwarf,
conspiracy theory
okay?
dwarf. I need this in my life.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna guess that it'll be a bard too.
Generally speaking, but
That is
right?
just dwarves. That's true.
They're very
Yeah.
xenophobic. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have seen me, right?
Yes.
I try and kill anybody that's new. I'm just like, that person's got to die. I don't know. I don't know.
Keep it in the
It's a tree, I don't like it.
family. I can't. Holy crap.
I'm
They are
already
all
dead.
about family
Alex
too.
joined last
Guys,
time.
this
I
is
mean,
cultural appropriation.
Ooh,
right.
Lord.
Let's circle
all I'm
back.
gonna
Dungeons
say-
and Gumdrops.
Yes.
All I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
welcome,
think they're
you
putting a
guys.
new definition for the word dungeons in this because we're talking about pissing on each other's vagina friend.
I mean, we could do that as well, but let's keep the two separate, all right?
Yes.
I would like to opt out of that game.
Hey, you know what? Whatever works.
Look, my favorite game I ever played, I ran a brothel, so don't make me bring shit in here.
Oh my god.
All right.
Shades of D&D.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Scotty, hit us with that recap.
Alrighty. Well, welcome in everybody. So last session we pick up the party. We've left Oakhurst and we're traveling along the road towards Mirabar. Was I think where?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're heading along the road, and so from this point we get to kind of this crossroad section, and we run into Evanora, who is Sugarsock's new character. And
Shady.
you know, Altharion's
super
kind of
shady.
he's at the front of the pack. They're walking. He's got his hood donned, disguised himself to make it all dark and mysterious underneath. And he sees Evanora coming up, and he goes, "All right," and throws it off because you know she's kind of just standing there, just weighing up which way to go. To kind of sum up Evanora's character, she's a cross between Teal'c from Stargate SG-1 and Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Is the way we kind
It's
of
perfect, actually.
summarized her
It's
character
so accurate.
personality.
Oh my god.
So accurate.
And so we kind of run into her. Altharion and Evanora start chatting, and she ends up joining us on our adventure, believing that it's potentially fate that we've crossed paths. Altharion's like, well, could be fate. You know, some say it's predestination, some say it's coincidence. Altharion's just like, I don't know what to call it, to be honest. It's just a thing. And so they keep on going. A little bit of chit-chat between her and Altharion as the rest of the party kind of follows up and decides to jump in at certain times. We then find a place to stop for the night. We have a fire. Altharion takes first watch. Evanora takes second watch. It's at this point that Varrick, who is Babaloo, starts having violent, not fully violent, but he's kind of like stirring in his sleep, and then he'll stop. And Evanora first noticed this. And then we wake up to discover what's going on with Varrick. And we're trying to suss out what's going on there. But then we don't even realize until I believe it was Avery who noticed that the road was gone. And so, or was it Drax? It was Drax.
Yes, it was me, 'cause
Combination, it was Drax at first.
It was Drax at first, then Avery. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, Rukhar's just kind of stoking the fire, and then it turns green and starts showing something in the fire itself. So whilst we're all trying to get, you know, Varrick trying to suss out what's going on with him, Rukhar's just stoking this fire, being like, yeah, this is cool, and entranced in this fire to see what's going on. From here, we kind of hear some people off in the distance, with fog rolling in, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna try and head towards those people. So Avery picks up, oh no, it was nAga picks up Varrick with a strong roll of 15 on a not athletics, is it athletics?
I think it was just strength.
Just strength.
Strength,
Okay.
strength.
On a strength check to carry him, and then Evanora is just standing beside him just in case he can't carry this rogue. And they keep on going, and then Altharion notices that Rukhar's stuck in the fire. So he goes to try and get Rukhar and gets entranced by the fire himself.
I want you all to imagine the fact that he's a foot taller than me, so he walked up behind me and just looked into the fire. It's the greatest thing ever.
Right over his head. It was perfect.
Then Drax comes and tries to do the exact same thing and gets entranced as well. Then Avery shouts out to the people that they're hearing, which is a group of riders on horses. And so they then come over, introduce themselves, and show what's going on with the fire. Tells us that we are in Barovia. So we have actually been teleported as a party from the Forgotten Realms into the nether realm of Barovia. From this point, we then head over to a small town where we see a couple of other small encampments around. Not too many people, and we get told the story of, our past 7 sessions by the fortune teller. I believe it was Madame Eva.
Yes.
Is her name. So
Yep.
she then recants what we'd done. Altharion kind of went, well, hang on, you're missing out a couple of pieces here, and I'd like to know about that. And kind of tries to push and prod and doesn't really get anywhere. But we also find out that Balak, the druid that we had killed in the Sunless Citadel, has returned. And that we were invited here because the dream that Nightmare Dream state that Varrick was having was the invitation for us to come, and so we were then teleported. And so, yep, where we left the party is we were gonna go and get a night's sleep. Drakax decided to say that he was gonna deal with what's his face? I forget his name off the top of my head. Strahd. Like out loud to the fortune teller, being like, I'm gonna deal with him, and like nobody's normally meant to say that. And then, he goes off to a tent, and then I believe it's Avery goes and joins him, or nAga, one of the two.
nAga,
okay. Goes and joins him, so that he's not alone. Altharion finds the tent in the middle, and then everyone else just kind of disperses. And that's where we pick up the party going forward for today's session.
We do.
Which is session 8. Welcome to Barovia.
Dear Lord, 8 sessions. That went so quick, I gotta say.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having
we
fun.
missed almost a month, didn't we?
Yeah,
We
we had
did.
like 2 or 3 weeks off in the middle there, yeah. And then we do have the 6th off. So we have one more session before that, I believe. Not that I'm a calendar savvy person.
Yeah, next Friday's 30th.
Yeah, next Friday. So then we have one more, and then we'll have another week off. So, good. Just a quick little note. This weekend, I'm going to set up a Google Calendar for this game specifically, so we can tick in and check out of games, so we know exactly who's here for what. So shoot me your emails, and I'll have it sent out so we can have this planned out proper and not be like, hey, I don't remember who's not going to be here.
Yes,
and,
that'd be amazing.
I can control Sugar's schedule.
If it is not on my Google Calendar, I will forget. Like,
So I'm gonna do the things for you. Yeah. That's what she was saying it before. I'm like, I have a genius idea.
Yeah, that's right.
I was convinced that today was the day that there was 2 people out. Convinced.
Yeah.
So
no, that's the 6th. It'll be me and Scotty out.
Yep.
yeah, totally
Unfortunately,
confused.
I'm taking a mini vacation, so I need to get the hell out of here for that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, have fun with it.
And I'll be
Yeah.
commentating another
Remember
event.
approving that vacation request.
You know what? I don't care. Fire me. I dare you.
Whoa. Wait,
Bring it.
Bird is leaving the Discord, the pipeline Discord, unattended. Oh God.
No, she's
Oh,
not.
no.
There's us
I'm gonna try-
moderators.
There's like 32 moderators at the moment.
Hold up. I'm gonna let you know into a little something. She already did it like a week ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
Completely. I checked out.
That
it was good.
makes
You
me
guys did great,
uncomfortable.
so that made me very comfortable in doing it again. So I'm doing it again.
You guys did great.
You did great.
Chill and chat was like literally like 7 people, and I was just telling them to shut the fuck up.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
That's a bird. That's what are you talking about?
Seriously, I'm okay with this as well. All right, so getting into it, we did leave off with Babaloo sinking into his slumber, remembering his nightmarish escapade, but this time visually seeing the story that the daughter, if I can remember her name, Damia, said was the real story. As you all started to settle into, the night, I mean, it's never really daytime. You don't know what time it is. It's always the same. It doesn't seem to ever really change.
It's always cloudy in Barovia.
It's always kind of that Twilight-esque, uncomfortable vision.
I'm gonna buy one of those shirts just for this.
Twilight shirt?
No, the always cloudy in Barovia. They're all over. I see them all over the place.
I thought you were going the Twilight version. I was gonna be like, well, we can get you some sparkly vampires, but I don't know if you.
We can. It can happen.
I don't do the Twilight thing, so
Yeah, I think Twilight's really for watching it with your vagina friends.
Exactly. Just for those.
Lord have mercy. What the fuck?
Oh my god, this is the best group, I swear. Alright. Okay.
We're not gonna get through anything today.
We're not gonna get through anything. It's gonna be one
I think
of those days.
yeah, it is definitely one of those days where we're all on something.
That's
I
okay.
mean, me personally, crack, but
I mean, fair.
Whoa, you too?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna calmly breathe.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
We'll make it through something.
You know,
like a
you know what'll make
thing, Scotty, or
Huh?
Oh god.
nothing?
you know, I think I can go do something that'll probably help. I'm gonna go take a scoop pre-workout.
Oh dear God.
Oh god.
Please no. Please.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Please, I beg of you, please. Yeah, no.
So when you guys started to fully disperse, you did notice that Damia was playing a story in the fire for Madame Eva and Radka, her husband. And you didn't notice where Stanimir had gone, the gentleman that actually met all of you first. He was just kind of patrolling a bit. You all went to separate tents. They had given you several, I believe 4. There was 4 empty tents, 2, 4. I don't remember.
I think it was 3.
3?
Yes, it was the 3
3.
ones, like
Yes.
right here.
Yeah, up towards the north of it. You're right. As you guys dispersed, you sort of settled in. Tell me who was with who in what tent.
I remember I was with Altharion.
Yes.
I was with Drakax.
Me and nAga were on the furthest tent away because everyone was worried that I was gonna get them killed.
I mean, you still might.
No idea where I'm at. I'm probably by the fire still. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm probably whatever tent's open. I'm probably in there.
Okay. Well, there should be
Most
plenty
likely
of room
with
in all
Varrick.
of the tents. Okay, that helps. Varrick. And
It's very worrying that you're asking us specifics.
I need to know the things.
I know that's the worrying part.
She's gonna hurt us. I can feel it.
She's gonna.
For what it's worth, I often ask questions like that just to scare people.
What? Can you stop with
Okay,
the
Satan.
guruness? All right. Jesus, meta. Sorry.
Well, Drax has got his initiative.
Yeah. No. All right. So the only people that I'm missing is Carric, where he would be. I don't know if he's at the computer.
He's
Probably not.
muted.
Yeah. We'll put him.
Just for the fact that he AFK.
With you.
Oh, we're kidnapping him and we're gonna just tie him outside our tent.
That's his punishment. He gets to stay with you. And we'll say for lack of caring, Rukhar, do you want to go with Varrick and Evanora? Do you want to go with Altharion?
The Evanora thing probably because don't trust her.
Yeah, that is fair.
I don't trust her, so let me go sleep in the same tent as her.
Yes, I'm
I'm gonna watch her while she sleeps.
Beware of the possible murderous dwarf in your tent.
When he's a dwarf,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. I'm not dropping any bombs, Smithy. Don't make them think that maybe. Okay, all right.
I'm trying to convince Smithy. It's going very easily that he's gonna join us next session.
Fantastic.
I think that's beautiful.
I'm pumped.
Please give me a heads up because you guys are just literally destroying the overlays.
Yeah, overlay mayhem. But we will do the things for that because I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wow.
As you guys all
Jesus.
I have to stop looking at your chat because I keep reading it.
I know,
and it's bad. It's bad. I know. As you guys start to go, a couple of hours pass, and you've all finally made it to the tents. You're comfortable. You're starting to drift to sleep. And it's a fairly quiet night. You hear once in a while a horse trotting by in I'm gonna say maybe every hour or so, the same trot. And it kind of wakes a couple of you up, but not enough to get you up. So you're still in a nice slumber. Babaloo's not here, so I can't really drag him into this story anymore. Damn it.
I don't like it.
You'll live.
Well, still is by technicality here. You can still make them shake around.
I can. Yeah. It's okay, actually. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. What do we have? 7? Okay. Thank you.
I'm getting banned from Higher Smithy's channel tonight.
I'm surprised you're not banned yet.
Jeez.
You guys are horrible.
Oh, goodness.
You start to hear more rustling. Altharion, you're the first one to wake up.
Yep.
You're in tune with the forest, so noises tend to really alert you.
Yeah, I'm a light sleeper in
Yeah.
forests. It's just the nature of being a ranger.
Exactly. So you start to wake up earlier than everybody else. It's very quiet. You hear an additional horse here and there trot by, but not around your tents like the other one that was patrolling, which you assumed was Stanimir still, continuing his nightly. What do you do when you start to wake up? Now you're in the tent with just Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess that I'm in this tent.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I kind
I'll
of
be right back.
So I kind of wake up, and I kind of just look at are the tents open, like the main center tent, or are they closed?
Closed. I would say everything's closed.
So it's at this point, wake up, and you'll head out kind of the front, so towards the road of his tent. He'll head out that way, and he'll just kind of look to see what's going on in the main tent, but also just kind of do a glancing look down the road, see what's going on there, and then he might, we will go for a walk into the main tent if anybody is there at this point. If not, then he'll kind of try and find where that trolling rider was.
Okay, so as you do look around, it's kind of eerily quiet. The center tent is empty. The fire has been long extinguished. And the surrounding tents seem quieter than you'd expect, considering there were several people here, including a child who was rather eager and excitable. You start to look around a little bit more, and things feel strange. The further out into the distance from the tent section, the center tent, that you look, you see the mist, the same mist that you saw when you were back in the forest coming in, but it's pretty far out. It just looks really thick, a little bit thicker than you remember it being. And it looks like there's never been anyone here. There was a rock, if you remember, that Radka was sitting on when you guys first arrived, and he was kind of a little upset that you were there, essentially. And Damia had went and sat with him, that you can't find. You specifically remember seeing this rock sitting by the river, and it was large. It was big enough that they stood up in the air when they were sitting on it. And it's not there anymore. As you start to look a little bit closer, the fire that you know for sure you just watched her tell a story in looks like it's been dead for maybe weeks.
That's not okay.
It's at this point, Altharion will go and try and... So, was Avery in the tent when he woke up?
Yes. Everyone was in their tents.
Okay, because that was going to be my next thing. I would go and make sure everyone is still present.
Yeah.
Stranger danger.
But it's also at this point that I'm going to go and I'm going to wake everyone else up.
Whenever Altharion comes back in the tent and wakes me up, I'm gonna look at him like the picture I just sent into the chat.
Oh no.
Oh great, here we go.
I need to see it. Okay, I love it.
I'm looking. I'm not. Oh, yep. Okay.
It's the look of like, why the hell are you waking me up? Look.
This is me every morning.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
So.
Wow.
So you're short and you look like that. Good to know.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine.
Oh gosh.
I won't cry myself to sleep tonight. It's okay.
I'm
It's fine.
kidding.
Wow.
Sleeping on the couch.
I was just gonna say, I hope that couch is comfy.
It is. He thinks it's comfortable, so I can't threaten him with it.
Oh, then demand he sleeps
He's like,
in the room
it's like
with
a sleepover.
Yeah, no, I said it's like camping.
Oh, excuse
I'm
me.
also closer to the kitchen, which is really nice.
I can't threaten him with the couch because he gets excited.
No, that's
So.
not okay.
Anyway.
Something else you could threaten him with.
I'm working on it, Bird.
It's outside.
I'd be fine with that too.
Oh crap.
Okay.
All right.
So Altharion has woken everyone up, and to Avery's look of dismay is like, he'll kind of say, "Guys, get up. Something's not right. Something's wrong."
I'm going to stop that look, close my eyes, and turn back around and go back to sleep. Too early.
All right. So he's a pain in the ass.
Altharion will go, Avery, stop being a pain in the ass. Get your ass up. There is legitimately something wrong. I'm not lying here.
Do I hear him yelling on the...
Yeah, you'll all very, very
Uh,
quiet. So you'll all start hearing him. Yes. You
As
can
I
all
was
decide
sitting
whether
up.
you wake up or not.
As I'm sitting up.
I was already awake.
I'm apparently already awake watching Evanora, so that's...
Yeah, you could do that.
Have you
as I
even
stood up-
slept, Rukhar?
Probably not. Probably not. One eye open, he's got.
Whenever I get up to stand up and get out of the tent, I'm like, when is there not something wrong? As I walk out of the tent.
I will get up as well. Calm, cool, and collected.
As always.
As always.
And Drac, you said you were awake.
Yeah.
Rukhar obviously was not sleeping, but now starts hearing the commotion. You all start to kind of convene. Who's still asleep? Babaloo will still be asleep, so Varrick will still be nicely
Passed
asleep.
out.
Carric, I'm assuming, is woken up as well, and keeping his distance as he usually does.
nAga would be awake as well. He was
Okay.
mostly just meditating, as it was anyways.
So as you guys start to wake up, you're feeling a little bit confused as to what's going on because you do hear this little bit of kerfuffle going on in the background. You start to leave your tents and you notice the same things. It doesn't seem like anybody's been here. Things are not the way that you thought that they were. And as you start to look around, it doesn't seem like there are as many tents set up as there were.
That's not ominous.
Interesting.
So Altharion will pipe up at this point and go, this is the problem. We literally went and rested, and now the place is a ghost town. There's less tents, there's nobody that I can see apart from us.
Oops, I don't piss them off.
Something's not right. And you're kind of,
We don't have to cheer tents tomorrow.
Altharion will turn to Rukhar and go, not the point. That doesn't matter. Right now we've got bigger problems. And he'll turn to Drakax and go, I don't know what's going on here. I'm not pointing fingers. Explicitly not pointing fingers. But I remember you saying to the people about dealing with Strahd yourself. Maybe this is a consequence of that. I don't know. Like, I don't have information to go off here.
I'm just gonna shrug it off and be like, what's done is done. Let's see what we can collect around here and then move on.
I think that's fair. What would you like to do? You're obviously having this conversation. You've all looked around. You're noticing the same things. You know you can't go backwards. So going back where you came is going to be difficult.
So then we can only go forward then.
Am I in the right? Yes, I am. So you guys came in. I'm just going to freehand this. Don't mind my absolutely horrible handwriting. You came in here, ended up here. Here is where the rock was that you could see that they were sitting on the previous day. So right over here in this spot. You haven't really looked anywhere else.
I would like to survey the tree line to see if the trees have come any closer, or if there's anything going on there. So whatever check you would like me to make.
Would you like? You can do an investigation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do I still smell the burning wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Is there's no tracks or like signs of them going anywhere?
From basic looking, you don't see anything. And Altharion, as far as the tree line, it seems normal. Nothing has really gotten tighter. It doesn't feel like, you're being squished in. And the more that you look, you do see several pathways out. You do see where the river starts, down towards where you were, but a little bit further south. And it comes through and creates a swampy region right by where they were sitting, or that you think that they were sitting, and continues through parts of the forest. You do see like a man-made bridge to get over the river. And other than that, nothing seems out of place.
Okay.
Interesting.
What's the bridge made out of?
Probably stone and wood.
Altharion will just kind of turn to the others and go, the trees haven't seemed to be encroaching any further. I can kind of tell where the stream's coming from, where it's heading. I can see that stone bridge over there. I'm not sure how much time has passed. I'm not sure whether this is also could be something magic involved here, very similar to what we experienced at the fire. So there's also that could be a possibility. What would you all like to do?
Evanora will speak up and say, if there's no way out, the only way is in.
Do we cross the bridge then?
I mean, that seems like the best idea.
Can we tell if the tents are in the same kind of condition they were last night when we went to bed?
You do an investigation.
Nope.
They look pretty much the same. Nothing's really catching your eye.
You know what? I'll help.
Okay. Nope.
I won't.
All
You
right.
guys are supposed to get the bad rolls out first before we start the game.
What we're doing right now.
That's what I'm doing right now, yeah.
Evanora is just like, come on, guys.
Step aside, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my
All
god.
right. As she looks around, she pays a lot of attention to things, and especially when she spends most of her time listening rather than speaking. She notices the tents look dirtier, a bit older, a little bit more worn and ripped. And the center tent that had Madame Eva sitting with her tent to her back, that tent looks like it's been completely torn up upside down.
Can I tell if it's from like natural causes or from like an animal or something?
It looks like it was definitely done by people of some sort.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there's no claw marks or anything like that. It looks like they took things and were searching for something. And what you can see without going in is like different shreds of clothing that just like fell out of the doorway of the tent. So it pushed it open so you can really kind of see inside well. There's like unlit lamps that were turned over, a little chest towards the back of the tent that has been dumped out completely. Just basic things. It looks like something was being looked for.
Okay. I'll relay that message.
Okay, so if Madame Eva's tent has been torn asunder and searched thoroughly for something, that would explain what's happened. But it doesn't make sense to me that they would deal with everyone else but leave us.
Unless they intended to leave us for a reason.
There's that. We were invited here. But at the same time, the people that we ran into may have got into trouble because they were helping us.
You guys are assuming that the people that we ran into were really there.
That is also a possibility, Rukhar. That the people that were helping us were just apparitions of our own mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Totally plausible.
Yeah, entirely plausible considering we were teleported here.
Because remember, they
I'm
talked
a
about the
figment
druid
of
that we
your
killed and
imagination.
returned here. You know what I mean? The druid we killed in the regular world returned, so are they alive?
I see where you're going with this.
We could always try and go back to sleep and see if everything
come
fixes
back.
itself.
Na'ga
Yeah.
is sleeping.
No.
What? I'm tired, dude.
How
Yeah,
about we put it to a bone?
I'm
How
with
many
Drax.
people want to go back to sleep?
I'd
How
like
many people want to
go and
keep
take a
going?
Look at the bridge and see if I can kind of get an idea of how old it is.
Okay. You try for
I would like to do a history check on it because that's the whole reason I'm doing this.
You could do that. Yeah, you could totally do that. Yeah, you're fine. So as you're looking at it, you step on it, you kind of hop down on it, but make sure it stays sturdy for everybody. But you look at it and it looks like it's been here for 70, 80, maybe even 100 years. It's incredibly old. The stones that are in the water edges have pretty much softened like beautifully. So it's been here long enough for it to have really concreted itself down, but you can see the wear and the replaced wood that go over the top of it. As you know, time passed, they break, whatever, but you can see that that's been replaced several times. And you could see that there's been kids and probably a plethora of people come through, and you can see where they fish off of, just right where they stand. It's taken shape and hold of where it is for a very long time. She's coming back with 2. She's getting ready.
All right, hold on. We have water.
That's an hour's supply.
Auxiliary. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
English be hard some days.
English be hard lots. Okay.
Most don't know, but Sugar drinks like 7 Cokes a day.
Oh, I've noticed.
Okay, all right.
I was like that as well. So I try
Listen,
to
if I don't, I have the worst like caffeine withdrawal ever. So
yeah,
I have to have a cup of coffee and like 7 Cokes a day, or else I am not a nice person. So
I feel that.
Is that my problem?
Probably. When I had to stop drinking sodas because of the gestational diabetes, I was not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
I was not a
joy to be around, Sugar. That's what I've heard. Firepoison is crying softly in the corner.
All right, who paid you to say that first off? So.
All right. So we were voting on who wants to go back to sleep, who wants to press forward, I think is what it was.
Got 1 forward.
I want to move forward.
I think most are going to want to go forward, yeah.
So who does want to go forward? Raise your hands. Physically. For those who do have webcams.
I do believe Box would probably go forward. I know he's not here. He went to go stay alive.
He didn't say hands, so.
No.
Okay. All right.
Blame Sugar. She's doing the whole.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's a
all that-
story
all-
behind it. I think I would love it. So.
All that comes to my mind is the freaking caramel dancer shit. Okay.
I had an art teacher in high school who, anytime you come ask her a question, she would put her listening ears on. She was a complete bitch. Let me tell you, she was an awful person to be around. But I'd come and ask her a question, and she would just turn to me, not say a word, and just go. And I've done it ever since. Now, anytime someone's like, "Listen," I'm like, "Okay."
And Donovan, don't you dare clip that.
That's nice. You better clip that. That's nice conditioning there. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all on the same page about moving forward for the most part.
Yep.
But let's keep our wits about us. Like I don't like that we're going in alone. That we actually don't know this area whatsoever. We don't have any locals to help us. We're on our own, like alone on our own. Like
You're never alone when you're with friends.
That is true, Rukhar. However,
Unfortunately, we don't know each other very well.
And I'm guessing you're out of character. Like, you're giving a stare to Evanora.
Is it desyncing back?
When you say that?
No, I'm pretty sure I just said that.
So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, then I guess why don't we start heading towards the bridge? Like we can start making our way that way. There's clearly a path there. Let's follow it and see where we go.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Perfect. All right, so everybody convenes. Anybody else want to do anything before you leave? Okay, so you all start to walk towards. Oh yes.
Naga's going to drink some of the water from the river and fill a water skin with it.
Right, that works.
As I see Naga going over to do that, Altharion will go. Hang on a sec, Naga. Let's we're not certain what could be going on here, and Altharion will pull out his herbalism kit to see if there's actually anything wrong with the water.
Okay. What would you have to roll for that?
It's a query attribute. I'm not sure what skill it would use though. Let me have.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna see myself as well.
Probably investigation.
I think it has to be an attribute though, so
It's a herbalism kit.
be enter wisdom, I would think. But
Pretty sure it'd be wisdom, but
Yeah, I think so as well.
Quick question.
Yes, dear.
Divine sense is just, I guess fire maybe can't. It's detect evil, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Pretty much.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
All right. So I'm just reading. Player's Handbook's got it where it's proficient with this kit lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability check you make to identify or apply herbs. Also, proficiency with this kit is required creating antitoxin and potions of healing. Okay, so that's not going to be.
Well, then let's just go with a nature check.
Yeah. I was either going to do that or test poison and detect poison disease.
I think a nature should do just fine. Now, yeah. So the water is probably some of the cleanest that you have ever seen.
Okay.
It is perfect. There's no hiccups to it. There's nothing strange. There's nothing that even catches your eye. Even looking at it, it's crystal clear.
Okay. So I'll turn to Naga and I'll go, "You good?"
Naga shrugs and I'm going to be like, well, like, I'm thirsty. There's not exactly a ton of water everywhere else. Like, I was gonna drink it anyways. Dying of thirst sucks.
Altharion will say to him, "I understand that, but there's a lot of unknowns right now, and I've never been here before. I'd rather be safe than sorry."
Yeah, I appreciate it. Dying also sucks, like in general. And I'm going to start drinking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The only unknown right now is how good this water tastes. I'm gonna stick my head in the water and start like chugging.
You go for it.
Altharion will just kind of do the classic slap his face and draw his hand down and go, okay. So yeah.
All right. So as you guys start to make your way over, anybody who wants to take some extra water is more than welcome to. The river's pretty wide, considering where it's coming through. It's about 50 feet wide. So the bridge is expansive, and as you start going over, mostly it's pretty well put. It's not going to fall, it's not going to collapse on you or anything like that, but you do see that it's got some wear and tear over the past few years. You also see the variance, all of you see it, in the wood, so you can tell that they've taken care of it all this time. As you start to go over the edge there, I think I still have my drawing hand on. We come over here and we go down here. You can see across this way. You can't walk, obviously, but you can see across it. It's still about 50 or so feet wide. And beyond, you see a large lake of sorts that this river is dumping into. And it looks like some kids, maybe in the far distance, playing, that you can tell. You would continue going this way. So let me know what you want to do when you get to here. The expanse in front of you is just wide open plains. You have
Okay, so these aren't like tiers or anything with
no,
the
it's like
lines.
it's I guess it would be like a slight raise in the ground. When they're stacked on top of each other, it's more mountainous. Like a little bit further up north on the map is more mountaintop.
Yeah.
Alrighty, team. So where we're at right now is the blue ping.
Over time, I guess.
And we're just gonna keep on going from this point.
But it's just
hope you're enjoying watching this,
expansive.
experiencing this adventure with us.
Green in front of you.
I like mountains.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
As you're at these crossroads, a few of you linger. The trees open up here, and it doesn't feel tight, but you can still see through the tree break, and you can follow the river with your eyes and see. Just, it looks nice, and like the kids are having fun, kind of. Can't really tell what they're doing, but they are running around. When you look a little bit further ahead of you, it's just green. There's nothing specific. It doesn't look different. It just looks bigger than what you were just in. There's a small opening in the trees to your right that would go around this bend here that you can see here. And you can go this way. So you have those two options, really. You can climb up and look a little bit further, so it's totally up to you guys how you want to proceed and what you want to do in this general region.
I'm personally pretty curious about these kids since we were just abandoned.
Oh, Admiral Akbar is like screaming in my head right now. But
Altharion's kind of wanting to get a bit more of a kind of a survey, so he might actually kind of stand on the mound that's kind of here, just see if he can get a little bit of extra like vision over the land, and also like he sees that path wind up to the right. You think he might be able to see through there potentially as well.
So when you do that, you kind of misjudge the way that the trees are developed. And it's interesting to you because you've never seen anything like this. They're almost canopied. So when you look through towards where the children were, and you're looking through that opening there, it just looks like the same thing, but you can't see particularly over anything. There's no break in the treetops for you to look through. When you look the other way, there's more of the same. It's just grassland, some minor hills. It wouldn't take much to walk through it. And more trees.
Okay. Altharion will return to the party and go, I can't see anything abnormal. I can't see through the canopy of the trees. And it's even from a bit of elevation, it's still just relatively level plains with some hills and valleys built into it a little bit. Do you guys want to keep on following this path? Do you want to what do you guys want to do?
Evanora will still say that she wants to go see what's up with these kids.
I think for lack of better options, we might as well keep following the path for now.
Yeah, okay.
Fire, have you drank that water in substance yet? Substantially?
Yeah, I would be drinking it quite a bit.
All right. So as you and Nacho, Avery, are standing next to each other, Avery just had his head in the water. You're both looking around, and things seem lively. You notice the trees seem younger than they appeared before. The grass is rich and it's thick and it feels nice under your feet. To your right, in that big bushel of trees and the canopy, you see a small sign, and it says Barovia to the east, the Surpool to the northwest, and Ravenloft to the southwest.
Okay. Naga's going to blurt out and ask, so where do we want to go? Barovia, this lake place, or Raven... What was the other one?
Ravenloft.
Alrighty, team.
Ravenloft.
I'm going to be right back. Just going to take a quick bio break, and then I'll be back with you.
Also, Fire, I believe me and you just quote unquote drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you fucking.
Um,
Naga
I kinda want-
always will drink the Kool-Aid.
I'm basically there with you, but I think I would like to go to the Surpool.
So it was Barovia to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember this. Okay, so Barovia east. You said Surpool, which direction?
Northwest.
Northwest.
Didn't we just come from
And-
the east?
And Ravenloft, where?
Southwest.
Southwest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Naga will point as he names off these places.
Yeah.
But I won't tell you there's a sign unless you explicitly ask.
Of course.
I'm just blurting it out randomly.
The only D&D campaign I've ever done was in Ravenloft. And it lasted for a total of 1 session, so.
That bodes
Don't
well.
worry,
Let's
I
go
got
there.
you. Don't worry.
Okay,
I
to be
got
clear,
you.
we didn't TPK. It just never like.
went anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a side note, the Ravenloft story is where this is built. However, parts of this campaign I removed because they are known
team,
to make
I'm back.
players not want to play anymore.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is one of those where, like, the first opening scenes of this campaign, people are like, nah, fuck this. And they don't ever play it again. Including Kane's last D&D session that did not get very far.
I'm so curious now.
So is it just like
it-
gross, or is it like just like this
It's-
sucks?
It is ridiculously difficult for the
Yeah.
low-level players that you're supposed to bring in here.
It's kind of infamous for it, actually. Like
It
it's
is. It's well-known.
really
Yeah.
like imbalanced.
Yeah. I removed it, and we're going to use the building for another little plan that I have. So don't discount it
Interesting.
completely. But yeah, parts of the story I knew. I did a shit ton of research, and I just pulled them out because I want you guys to actually enjoy it. And I know, like, some of these things I was like, I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. So
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it would suck for players, but like it really matches Strahd's personality though.
yeah.
It
Oh,
just,
don't you worry. I have some
it
other
just-
things.
It is
Yeah.
how like overwhelming the fights are in this.
Yeah.
Is just very Strahd-esque.
Yeah. They'll still be there, but a little bit further in, and slightly twisted to, you know, Birdesque them. Quirky. Sorry.
Oh, good. All good.
Quirky, wow.
Yeah. Quirky.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. I named myself that for a reason.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Press out your DM. You know, it's in there somewhere. But yeah. So as that side
Wait,
note, that is. You're welcome. Yeah. That just I had to name that side note there. So.
Live, laugh, love. It's roll, cry, die.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
goodness.
Which kind of die?
Both.
Both, yeah. I'll take it. So where would you like to go?
Hafnium. Sorry.
When is the party romance going to start? Once Rukhar accepts Evanora, that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a full-on Gimli Galadriel thing.
Hell
Hell yeah! Are you kidding? I'm here for it.
Talking about it's already started. I love myself so much.
He does. Avery is definitely very self-involved with that.
Sometimes.
And they
Sometimes.
drank the Kool-Aid. They're high.
They are very high right now.
We got 2 hippies in the party right now, so they're probably loving themselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
in this
I
case,
say-
DM is definitely the evil puppeteer.
I am the evil
Oh, yeah.
puppeteer. Yes. Yes, Donovan.
Uh,
I am 1000% puppeteering the shit out of this. I'm more of a
I'd say
narrator. I definitely.
let's go to the second place.
The sir pool.
Okay.
Yep,
So you want to go
I
to the
agree.
stir pool? All right, cool.
I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah. Let me see. Do I have a map for that? I don't know if
I hope it's Sir Cool.
Oh dear God.
So,
He did. Oh, they did. They gave me a map.
so as
Oh,
I had to duck out for a second.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
The Sir
I-
Cool joke.
So, Captain 1 and Captain 2 of the Kool-Aid Club drank the water, and they ended up seeing a sign. They feel very comfortable, happy, at home. The grass feels great. It's very lush. It's very pretty. So they're definitely liking the life right now. Where did I put your characters? That is my question. Did
I
I
am
I ate
gonna
them.
give the I'm gonna give the party.
Don't
a
eat my
heads up.
character. That's mean.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give the party a heads up. If the 2 Kool-Aid men over there start screaming, "Oh yeah," I am going to slap them. Just saying.
Nice.
That's fair.
That's really fair.
Nah.
So-
Fire. We gotta.
I hate
Alright, cool.
it so much.
I'm gonna put you guys in here. Where do I want to put you? Down here somewhere.
So
Hey, get out of the way.
with
Oh.
Avery and nAga clearly seeing this sign, do we actually see it as well? Like those who
Do you
haven't.
want to look for it?
Yeah, I'd like to see if I can. See
You've
what they're
gotta
actually
ask them where it
referenced to.
was, and then roll an investigation.
nAga, Avery, where are you looking for this sign? I'm not sure I
I'm
can
just
see
gonna
it.
point.
Yeah, I'll just point, and I was like, "It's right there." What do you mean you don't see it?
And then
I'll give you like a really like dumb look.
For a forest dude, you can't see things in the trees, can you?
No, you have no idea where they're looking. You search in the general direction where they're pointing, and you're like, guys, there's no sign here. There's nothing. You even walk into the part of the forest that they are pointing at, and there's nothing there.
Dude, it's literally right there. I do not.
Yeah, we'll see you looking for it and be like, "Dude, like it's. I'll start playing hot cold with you.
Altharion
I love it.
will
I love
be
it
like,
so much.
okay, like, and he'll kind of stands like in the direction that nAga's pointing at. You go, how close am I?
You're burning up, bro. It's right
Okay.
there."
So is it meant to be exactly where I'm standing?
Yeah, it's not there for you,
I-
and
I-
no one can convince you otherwise. There's no sign there.
I'm gonna go. How much of that water have you both drunk?
I don't know, a bit as I take another swig out of my water skin.
Well, to answer your question,
I am no longer parched. So
Yeah,
that much
I'm
water.
I'm not dying of dehydration. So I mean, joke's on you, and I give you finger guns.
Oh my gosh. I love all the
Um,
sass in this group. What are guns?
I'm gonna
Speaking of
look.
which.
Finger bows.
Altharion's just gonna.
Wait, Sugar, you need to get him doing that with his fingers because I need to see what this looks like. Just
Finger
be a
bows?
little
I don't want to
recording of
see what that
finger
looks like.
It's
I
like
don't
a
wanna see
total
what that
one of
looks like.
those type of finger guns.
Isn't there actually guns in D&D? Like, there's like not a lot.
Yeah,
but,
not
like,
where you are now, though.
yeah, I know, but would you have known about guns?
I think guns come in quite a bit later in the technical lore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Pretty
Those that you
early
guys would
D&D
see
age.
now are like cannon type contraptions.
Finger
Like
cannons.
large. I mean,
There you go.
finger cannons.
Finger crossbows.
Okay, so I'll kind of Altharion will kind of give like a cocked head and go really kind of look at nAga.
Mini.
But then he'll also be like, I'm sorry guys, we're not seeing what you're seeing. You're both the only people that have drunk the water. I think you might be hallucinating because of that water. And I know that might sound crazy to what you're perceiving right now, but that's what my mind's telling me. That's what my deductive reasoning's saying here.
Or alternative facts here. The water allows us to see the truth. And I'm seeing the sign. Because it says Barovia is east, and that's where we came from. So the sign's telling me where, like, things are. I bet if we follow this, we actually will find this this lake and Raven what's it?
If it's not real, then how are me and nAga saying the same exact thing? I would like to counterpoint. You are hallucinating.
I'll turn to Ave.
You're the one who's wrong.
At this
nAga
point,
nods very, very quickly.
I'll turn to them both and go, do you understand my deduction here? That you've both drunk this water, and now you're seeing this. All of us, and I'll point to the other 4 of us with me, and I'll go, all of us can't see what you're referencing. Do you not think it's logical that there is 5 of us who can't see, or at this point, yeah, it's 5. 5 of us who can't see what 2 of you are seeing?
Don't you hallucinate if you're dehydrated?
Hallucination. That's exactly what I was thinking, nAga. Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. See? We're on the same wavelength. We're even thinking straight here.
I think the hot water turned us into a high mind. It's not good.
Then that is a fair point. Altharion will pull out one of the water out of his ration pit, and he'll have some of that water right in front of him. I'll go, I've got water here that was on me when we came here.
It's gonna run out eventually.
I'm a ranger. I'm used to not going without water. I'm used to foraging off the land.
Hey man, you seem thirsty here.
I
I hand him my water flask.
I mean, nAga's going to shrug and be like, well, I mean, there's only so many ways that we can go. The sign seems to be telling us that there's places to go. I mean, if this is some sort of shared hallucination, it's a very helpful one.
Agreed.
Or a trap.
I agree with Evanora.
Nah.
I mean, the only way we'd avoid the trap is by going back where we were and just staying there, which sounds like a really awful way to not do anything.
Wasn't the statement earlier the it's forward?
That's true.
And I'm gonna start walking.
All right, so you're walking towards the center pool, right?
Yeah. So
Okay, so you're taking that first path of the north on the north there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. And everybody following him.
I don't like the way she's at perfect.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping a track of where you guys are going.
Yep, I'm following them.
Altharion will
Okay.
be very wary. Like
Okay.
it's at this point, his head's on a swivel.
Yes.
And like full well knowing that what these 2 are seeing is not what we're seeing.
Okay.
And being like, he's kind of, to kind of describe it, you know how like in Lord of the Rings, Aragorn's leading the hobbits with his horse, and he's kind of ahead, but he's got his hand on his sword and he's walking forward like that.
Mm-hmm.
that's how Altharion's walking.
Are you calling me a hobbit, sir?
No, I'm not. I was describing the scene that was emphasizing
What's
how
the hobbit?
Aragorn's walking style.
He's
Hobbit
calling you a
here
hobbit.
is Sugarsockz.
Oh my god!
So he's kind of just walking forward, just kind of head on a swivel, looking around, just keeping his ears and eyes open.
Sounds good.
As you guys start walking, with Avery leading the way, in a very demanding way, you notice a little bit into the woods on the left. There's a little bit of a clearing. Avery, I'm talking to you specifically. And it would be right like here-ish.
I've been clearing in the trees. Okay.
In the trees. It's inside the trees.
Okay.
And it's still canopied, so it's pretty dark. But it looks like a wooden stage of sorts.
Stage?
Yeah, kind of like a platform.
Oh, that has me written all over it. I'm gonna like walk straight up to it.
Okay, so as you get closer to it, you realize it's a gallows.
Ooh, I'm gonna 180 and walk back over. I entirely misread that situation.
That's a different kind of stage.
Very dark. It looked like a stage.
That show.
So for the rest of us, we just see Avery walk and then just immediately 180 back out of the trees.
180 right back out. Yes.
Just no.
I can see like hands up, like nope, 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 nope.
So what do you find, friend?
So imagine he saw the stage, got a little excited, like started like almost speed walking, and then just turned like about faced and just turned around, walked out.
Yeah, just noped it out of there.
Like, yeah, no, I'm good for now.
For now.
Most like I like
now.
the for now.
Yeah.
For now, who knows? You never know. I might get evil somehow.
There you
Who
go.
knows?
That's literally how you look.
Oh no, is there a picture? Yep, that's exactly what I imagined. Fucking perfect.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep.
So as you break back into the path that's
So
pretty well
imagine
etched
that
into
only
the ground.
Fox height instead of Sugarsockz height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Donovan.
Not that short. God damn.
Shit.
Oh my
Next to the box.
god. I swear.
Frequently.
So as you guys continue on the path, did anybody want to look down that way? Or curious what it is that Avery booked it out of?
Evanora would. She's
Okay.
very curious.
nAga would too.
Okay. So as you guys look, you can tell that it is somewhat of a wooden platform. It looks like something is kind of hanging from the trees. And when you look a little bit closer, because you can't really tell what it is, you see kind of low-lit, like, tombstones a little bit in the background.
I don't like that.
It's a different picture than what I had in my head.
You
That's
didn't
a
see
good thing.
anything very specific.
Yeah, no, I just saw the
You
gallows.
booked
Like,
it.
I was
Yeah,
like,
and
yeah.
ran.
I was like, nah, I'm good.
Is this one of his fever dreams again, or?
It has to be. Okay. I'll ask if like what's wrong here? Like
It's a stage. It's a gallows. I'm good.
I'll look
Did you
very
see
confused
anybody?
and be like, I don't see that.
Maybe you're just thirsty. I'm gonna offer her like some of my drink.
Maybe you're
She does
thirsty.
not take it.
Okay.
At all.
I thought it was worth a try.
Naga, you looked as well, you said?
Yeah.
All right, so when you look, you see very similar to what Nacho saw. Well, Nacho, I'm gonna get your name straight. Avery saw.
Yeah.
You see the gallows. You see them very clearly. And you also see what looks like a figure in the gallows.
A figure? Is it like a person like actually
Like
moving?
like
or?
a person, yeah. It's shadowed, but you can tell that it's definitely a being.
This is nAga.
Well, I did it last time, so I have to continue doing it for the RP. So I will yell out, "Hello!"
There's no answer.
Well, I would like to point out that I have not stopped walking. I'm still going the path. I'm not about the gallows.
It's a pretty long path, so you'll be just ahead of everybody, but still within sight.
So whereabouts is Avery right now? Just on the map, if you could drop a ping.
So you guys would be looking in where this point is, and Avery is probably like right where this red bend. Well, you can't see the red bend.
So the bend, like right about
yeah,
there.
that little, yeah, perfect.
Okay.
There's another color underlay on this map, which I hate. It confuses the crap out of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll kind of turn to the rest of the group and go, we better keep up with him, otherwise he's just going to keep on booking it. And it's at this point, I would have noticed, because I'm kind of in the middle of everybody, I'd like to think. I'm just kind of looking around, and I would have seen Avery and Evanora's interaction, the conversation there. I'll just go up to Evanora and go, what did he see?
A gallows.
And what did you see?
Graves.
So there's a similar theme, but two sides. What we're seeing and what he's seeing.
Indeed.
This shadowy figure hasn't moved at all.
Has not moved.
Okay, we better.
What are you after, Trax?
I'm debating whether I want to drink the Kool-Aid or not.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Gotta
So-
leave it to the dice.
Entirely as a joke, but this is what's going through my head right now. Avery saw it, didn't see any doors. He's not interested.
Yeah, fair. Fair. He really likes doors, so. He didn't learn anything from the Citadel.
I gotta check him. It's like
Yeah.
compulsive.
Yeah.
Then we'll I'll just kind of motion everyone. We best keep up with him. And let's
Well,
keep on
but
going.
there's someone here though. I will say out loud.
Finally.
And
Who?
then-
Where?
I don't know. There's some person standing on the gallows. I'll start walking over towards him.
Okay. As you get closer, it looks familiar. Definitely a dead person standing there. But you get closer and closer. Looks just like you.
Oh boy.
Like nAga?
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's a spitting image of himself, and he's just enthralled by it. It's not moving, to be clear.
I wish that was me, because that would have been a fun one to explain. Looks like you. Yeah, okay, but like, who does it look like?
Which one?
Oh god.
So we all see him. Like, how far in is he? Like, can we still see him, or?
Yeah, you can see him. He's not that far.
Okay.
There's like a break in the trees, and it's just on the other side of like 2 or 3 trees deep. They're not very thick. They're, you know, they look almost young, so they're not hard to get through.
So Altharion will walk up. He'll kind of put his hand on nAga's shoulder, just very gently, and go, "What do you see?"
I just wanted to clarify really quickly, Altharion. All you see in front of you is 13 tombstones.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do the tombstones have any writing on them?
Yeah, they're like etched.
Can we read them?
Yeah, they're just random names.
Do
Nothing
we recognize
super
any of
stands
them?
out. No.
Joe,
There's no dates
Bob.
or anything either. Yeah, they're legit like just random names.
So
Janet
Joe's there.
I was looking for
Lanston.
any of the people that
Yeah,
we met last night.
no
but
one
we
that you
don't
would have
see
met.
them.
Okay.
No, those names are definitely not there.
All right.
You do notice one of them has a name, like two names. It's Danya on top, and the bottom, which would be like the last name or the family name, has been scraped out,
Is
so you
it
can't
not-
make it out. Huh?
Nothing. I said it.
I didn't hear what you said. Oh no. But the name has been scraped out. That's all you notice that's weird about them. Otherwise, nothing's familiar.
Okay.
I'll tell Altharion, I see me. I'm standing up on the gallows. But I think I'm dead. I have a feeling. Which is kind of creepy. And now I'm thinking maybe that water wasn't a great idea. It wasn't as awesome as I thought it was.
I'll just
Oh,
kind of just go, okay, nAga. Like, again, I'm not seeing what you're seeing, but I'm trusting in what you're saying. Why don't you come back and join the rest of us, and we'll keep on going. We'll find out what's going on.
You okay?
And I'll just kind of, like, you know how a parent would do to a child, like a armor, like mid-back, just kind of usher them. So as he starts to go back to the rest of the group, I'll kind of do that very gently.
While you're starting to usher him away, you both kind of stop for a second and look back. You more questioning Altharion that you are seeing what you're seeing. Just making sure, that double check.
Yeah.
And you get a hint of a smell of, you smell death. I mean, it's a little graveyard, it's natural. But you see weird essence in the air, right about where he was looking. And nAga, when you turn, and you just making sure the wind catches, and your eyes look you right in the eye. And then that being that was you vanishes like smoke.
nAga will
Everything
just go,
feels
huh.
darker. So as you leave, you're both kind of just going, not wanting to really discuss that further. nAga, you notice that everything seems a bit dingier and a bit darker. You kind of look down the path and it doesn't seem as lush and pretty and comfortable, and the grass is kind of okay at best.
Is it like back to the way it was beforehand?
Back to normal, yes.
Got you. I'm going to drink more water.
Okay.
Oh,
And give me
jeez.
more, I want it back.
You said the grass was all soft and stuff.
It was, I know.
nAga's
the best acid
barefoot.
trip in
Soft
the
grass
world.
sounds great. Yeah.
Altharion will kind of see him go, nAga, are you sure?
I mean, crunchy grass is not great compared to soft grass.
I
Crunchy grass.
understand,
Good lord.
But you now see what do you see right now? Altharion doesn't know. I won't metagame and I'll go, what do you see right now? Before you
Well,
take that drink,
everything's-
what do you see?
Everything's dull and gray and not as cool anymore.
Do you turn back
I'm
to look
wondering
at-
if there's something going on, like the tents were all torn up and all of that. I'm wondering if there's some correlation here. And I mean, to be fair, I am seeing things that you're not seeing. Both of us seeing both sides of whatever is going on is probably better than us not seeing any of that at all.
Okay.
He does
And I'm
have
also
a point.
thirsty. And eventually, your rations for water is going to run out. Like, I don't know how long we're going to be here, but we can't just not drink.
I know. That's why I'm rationing it. I'm used to going several days, if not weeks, without water as a ranger. Like, and it's at this point I will use Goodberry for the first time, and I'll go, I have learned how to do this, and so I'll kind of have those berries in my hand and go, these sustain me when I don't have access to water, when I don't have access to food. This is what keeps me going. And I'll offer one to nAga. It's purely magical essence from my own casting. They will sustain you for the next 24 hours.
Alright, yeah, I'll eat it for now.
Okay.
Just fine.
You take one quick look while he's looking that up. You look back real quick. Just one quick look, because you gotta know if you're right or you're wrong. And all you see is 13 graves. But one of them, just one, has something crossed out, and you squint your eyes a little bit, and you kind of look closer, and all you see is Danya, Sunstar.
Hmm.
Okay, do I know that that was scratched out for everyone else?
No, you don't. It's a creepy game, Smithy. It's supposed to be creepy.
Yeah, this is very
Oh, these
much
are the
like,
fun campaigns.
Yeah, this is the creep fest.
Look, I dropped them, like, what was it, the first night, into a pit of femur bones, okay?
Oh, that was funny.
I got angry into I'll be clear.
I do not.
Yeah, so
I don't know what's
Yeah,
creepier,
no,
the
this-
hanging nAga or the vagina friends. I still can't get over that.
Vagina
welcome.
friends.
You have a term in your head for the rest of your life. Every time you look at
You're
it,
welcome.
that's what you're gonna think.
It's her vagina friend.
So while all
Okay.
this is going on,
Yeah.
Rukhar wants to turn to Evanora and ask her, "Aren't you a paladin?
Correct.
Can't you just like wiggle your fingers at this water and see if there's something bad with it?"
I don't think that I can. Can I, Bird? I don't think I have an ability to do so.
Well, it's
you-
not inherently evil.
Okay.
So there's several players that have that disease evil sense about them that I'm kind of counting into a lot of the passive wisdoms. And there's nothing evil about it.
I was
That's
more
what I meant to
thinking
do.
along the lines of like a protection from good and evil and see if that does anything to change the properties.
I mean,
But we don't know that. We don't know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's
So it
that's
would
basically
be-
where I'm coming from.
It would need to first be figured out what it is to know if that would even work or not, or if it's going to do anything negative or positive, so on and so forth. There's a lot of extra variables.
So, and knowing that, Evanora will reply with, I need to know what I need to protect from first.
Okay. That's pretty much as far as he'll take it then. He's just trying to think. It's not easy for a dwarf.
I love it. Can you just wiggle your fingers?
I love it so much.
Sure, is that easy?
For everyone else's reference, I'll find it and I'll put it into chat.
Yeah.
So I've got these 10 berries. So what it does is it restores 1 hit point and provides enough nourishment and to sustain a creature for 1 day. They lose their potency if they have not been consumed within 24 hours of casting the spell.
Nice.
So we can pretty much
You can
eat a
each,
berry
yeah, if you
per
wanted
day.
to,
Yeah.
because he can cast a 10 at a time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can, and I'll and this is in my conversation with nAga. I can do this as long as I need to, as long as I'm able to rest and get my like magical abilities recovered, that it's not too draining on me. I can keep this up for a pretty long time. And so I guess we've kind of gone back and joined the rest of the group.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. Well, you've all been kind of close anyway, so they can kind of overhear if they're listening for it.
Yeah. So once we're kind of all close together, I'll kind of go, guys, have one of these, and I'll hold my hand out. I'll go, these are magic berries that I create from magical essence by casting a spell. They'll keep you sustained and nourished every day, and it means that if our rations run out, if we run out of water, we're still able to keep on going. And I've still got 9 sitting in my hand.
I take one and keep on going.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so Rukhar, I guess, will take one of your half.
You're definitely a bit farther ahead. Yeah. Avery, you're starting to come to the opening where you can see the pond pool.
Nice.
We'll get to you in a minute, but yeah, you got quite a little bit further ahead. If anybody was walking beside you, they would be with you, but I believe everyone kind of was listening in on nAga and Altharion.
I believe so.
Yeah. But okay, so I'm assuming that everyone kind of just shoves a berry in their mouth, or at least pockets it.
Yeah, and I'll make sure.
You know.
Yeah, and I'll mention, like, you've got to have it within the next 24 hours. Otherwise, it'll have no benefit to you.
Perfect.
So, and I'll take one, but then I'll pocket the rest, because I believe that with all of us that are here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because Avery hasn't got one, so I've got 4 left currently.
Yeah. Okay.
That's imagine whenever like everyone's taking theirs and like Altharion's like holding the berries out, he's like noticed like, hey, there's extra berries in here. He's like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
He's like, nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
He's like, oh, thank the lords in the heavens. I don't have to deal with this idiot. Oh.
No,
so I'm gonna snap into Avery's eyes really quickly, and just give you a little sneak peek of what you're walking yourself into. So as you go through this road, it's fairly withered and muddy by this point, and you get through the trees and the area around this crystal clear pond, which is it's fairly large. It's probably 150 feet across and triple as long. It's very large in the center. You can't tell how deep it is just because it's so clear you can see the bottom perfectly. The edges of it look kind of muddy and swampy, but once it hits like water, it's gorgeous.
I know
on the
exactly
other side,
what you're talking about. Yeah.
On the other side, you can see. Oh, jeez. I don't have any of those in New York. It's swamp water out there, and mostly green and brown and disgusting. So, you know. You look over across I'm going to call it a pool from now on. You look across the pool, and there is 4 children, who, seeing them a little bit clearer, are walking themselves in circles. They look like they're around a fire pit, but none of them are laughing. They're not talking. They're just silent, dead-faced. A little bit further in to your left, you see a few tents, and they look kind of familiar. And by this point, everyone will be coming up behind you as you're surveying and noticing you feel like I've seen this before. They look really, really familiar.
Roll insight.
Yeah. I definitely did not just punch my mic. Not even a little bit. All right, cool. You want to specifically for the tents?
Yeah, for the tents.
They are the tents that were missing from the past village you were in.
That's what I figured. I'm gonna, since I see the group, I'm gonna wave at them and I'm gonna point at the tents. I'm like, it's them. They've just moved camps.
All right, so at this point, I'm going to drag you all, if I can find the map I need. There it is. To this map here. Where's my player button? Here it is. I'm gonna do a quick change.
Map change.
Let me know if you can't see for any reason. I should just get rid of those dark lines because they're useless. Bear with me. I should do that probably on the map itself settings. Let's see. Dynamic lighting. You may lose lighting.
See everything perfectly now.
Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted. It's as daylight as it's going to be, so you can see the whole area.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Crap. All right, let me copy your character. 1 second.
All good.
You probably were a
all
little
I'm saying.
further north than I wanted you to be.
All I'm saying. This here.
Anybody else
looks
missing?
creepy as fuck.
Nope, I think I'm here.
All right. She is a little creepy. Altharion, you should now be here.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
She's creepy.
President accounted for.
She is a creepy one. I will say. Oh, I
Yay.
actually see your other character. Okay, there you go. Problem solved. All right, so as you guys start to walk up, let me find where I was. Okay, you all take note of the things that I mentioned before. This pool is gorgeous. Across is the children that are they're kind of creepy the way that they're behaving. They're not acting like children. Very dead-faced. Just walking around what looks like a fire pit. It's not lit.
Oh, great.
And you all look directly where Avery pointed to the tents, and these tents are a spitting image of the ones that were from the other village that you noticed were missing because they weren't all there. They look like they've been here for a while, though. Quite some time. In the back towards where the river continues, you notice all the horses that you were listening to trot while you slept. And you hear the buzz of the people that you assume moved here because now you're catching the drift that this might be that same village. You hear them talking a little bit quietly, but some louder than others. And slightly in the distance, coming from farther down the path, you see Rodka. Just walking around. What would you like to do? Now the pool for direction-wise is going to be just to the top right of the map, behind the river, so we know where we are placed.
Back.
Is Altharion able to see anyone that we interacted with the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Rodka is, you see him walking. You can hear, I cannot remember her name, Damia. There. I cannot remember her name for some reason. But that's it. Everyone else just seems to be moseying around.
Do they see us yet?
No.
I'm gonna walk directly into camp. Like, hey guys, long time no see.
Altharion's gonna see if he can see Stanimir.
Do a investigation. I had to think about that. No, you don't see him anywhere. And it's very weird, because he seems like he controlled a lot of the things.
Okay. I'll kind of turn to the party and go, I can't see Stanimir here. And he was the one that was doing the patrolling from memory at the other camp.
Feels off here.
I agree with you, Evanora. So, whereabouts is Rukhar?
I'm trying to see if they gave me a token for him, to be honest. 1 second.
No worries.
Let's see. I'm just gonna pull any one if I can't find one.
Yeah.
I just need a person's. Just one of the persons, please. Let's just give him an anything. Okay, this should work. Don't T1 for him, so I'm just gonna flop him down over here. Make him substantially smaller because he's stupidly large. I can't. Okay, cool. You can see him? Or no? I might have him on the... No. Yeah,
No,
he's on the...
I can see
right
him.
there.
He's up on the left.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay, I
He's
see.
down over there.
I'll turn to the party and go, maybe do we want to go and talk with Stanimir? Not Stanimir, Rukhar, and find out what's going on.
It's probably a good idea instead of walking into a camp that we don't know of.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll kind of, but Avery, if you just full on booked it in the middle of the camp.
I'm in the middle of camp. Yeah, 100%.
So I'll kind of turn to everyone and I'll go, Avery's just kind of booked it in the middle of camp. I think at least somebody should stay here just in case things go south. With him, maybe 2, 3 of us.
Question: has anyone reacted to me in camp?
No, they totally accept you and like absolutely nothing is wrong. They hand you a mug of what looks like some kind of beer, and just kind of pull you right on in. There's a giant fire in the center, and they're all kind of just hanging around.
I'm gonna clink glasses with someone and just down whatever they handed me.
All right, Rukhar,
kind of-
for this.
Yeah, they're kind of brute-like, the guys that are sitting around. You can tell that they're probably rogue-type thieves or, you know, just the bandit of types. They're not put together well. They're kind of sloppy. They're a little broody. But
Rudy.
yeah, they seem kind of like you would find them at a tavern, just plastered.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, they seem happy, though. Maybe too happy in comparison?
I'll kind of go,
Back in that room for longer.
Yeah.
yeah.
Question: Bird,
They've been
Bird,
using
does
that water to brew
does-
that beer.
does that does the grass still feel good?
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Does the grass still feel good?
Yeah, everything here
Maybe.
feels really good. You feel happy. You feel like you could live here. You're comfortable, you're content, you're laughing along with them. You have no idea what you're laughing about, but everyone's kind of just happy-natured right now.
So Altharion will see what Avery's done and go, I don't like the look of this. I don't want to leave him alone whilst we go and talk with Radkar. I need people to stay here.
Oh, I'm totally going with him and getting a beer and sitting by the fire. You know me.
Beautiful. They hand you one. You fit right in. Everyone, like I said, is laughing, and they sound to Altharion. They sound like they're telling stories of their conquest. And when you're up close, there's no actual words. It's just laughter and like a haha banter. There's nothing really coming out of it, but you feel amazing sitting there.
All right, now I'll go. The rest of us, let's go talk with Radkar, and I'll start to make my way up.
As you start to get close, he looks at you. It takes him a second. He goes, "You made it."
What do you mean we made it?
Well, I didn't think you would ever get down here. We left, almost 3 weeks ago. You guys wouldn't wake up. We figured you were dead.
No, we
Oh boy.
we were alive.
I knew he time traveled.
Why did you guys be gone?
Sleeping in is not time travel, okay?
We had
Sleeping
to.
in.
Sleeping is time travel. What do you mean? You go to sleep at one point and you wake up and you're at a different time.
That's what I said. Wow.
Oh man, I love it.
I agree with you.
So
Wow.
Altharion asked him why they had to leave or why they left. And he starts to explain that that's just a waiting type area where we meet new people that come in, and then we have to go to our houses. And he kind of points behind you, and he's like, "This is where we actually live."
Okay, that makes sense. Was there any particular reason why you couldn't wake us up? Like, is this something that you've encountered before with other people that have come through? Or
He
is
kind
it
of shrugs his shoulders a little bit, and he's like, "I don't really think that we've seen anything like that before, but Eva might be able to answer some more questions about it. I can show you where she is."
Yeah, that'd be helpful. I was as we were passing the camp, I also couldn't find Stanimir.
He's
have you seen him?
patrolling a little bit up north. He should be back by sleep time,
Okay.
I would say.
Uh,
When did you guys wake up? And as he starts to have this conversation with you, he starts to slowly walk through the camp. So you can have a slower conversation as you get there, and he'll
Yeah.
walk you straight over to Madame Eva's. So I'm just gonna push him over here.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll pick that, but yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, what was his question again, Bird?
When you guys actually woke up.
We only woke up a couple of hours ago. And
That's very interesting.
I was the first one to wake.
Like the way he says that.
What woke you up?
I just awoke. I'm a ranger. I'm used to sleeping quite light, and so there was just there must have been movement of breeze or something that awoke me. But yeah, I don't normally. If we've been asleep for 3 weeks, that's not normal for me. That's really not normal.
Well, this place does weird things to you when you get here. So I'm not surprised. 3 weeks is a little much. He puts his fingers out and he kind of just starts counting. He's like, I think we went through like 18 sleeps.
Right. Okay.
18 sleeps?
Yeah.
A lot of sleeps.
A lot of sleep.
We're definitely well rested.
Yeah,
You're
right.
well rested. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to go back to sleep before to see if you could do it again, you would not have been able to fall asleep at all.
We're gonna be awake for the next like 3 weeks. That's what's gonna
There's
happen.
no
Yeah.
more sleeps for you guys. You're screwed.
We're sleep capped.
There's rest, but not sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. You're out of sleeps.
Okay. Also, a bit of a question about the water.
Oh,
Do you?
have you drank the water? And he kind of smirks a little bit. And he goes, don't worry, it's fine. He goes, but when it rains, the water gets a little spiked.
Spiked? Is this spiked with what? Date rape drugs?
He goes, because I don't really know. He goes, but whenever it rains, we always go under cover of some sort because we try to avoid it. But we have to drink it sometimes. I mean, we can't not drink.
Right? Thank you, nAga says like out loud.
The rain is
He goes,
cocaine.
it's not so bad. It
Canon.
does go away. He's like, it's just, a temporary high. But it's just the rain. So in like a couple of days, the water will be perfectly fine again.
Okay.
But it rained quite a bit.
But
And
it's
it
a
rained when you got here too, if you remember.
it's a
Yeah.
helpful spike though. It told us where to
It
go.
It is a very helpful spike. But what you're really seeing is the past.
I knew it. Hey, I actually guessed right.
The past?
Yeah.
He just looks at you and he kind of shrugs his shoulders and he's like, if you have questions like that, he's like, I'm not too smart about it. Eva's the one you want to talk to. And he kind of
Okay.
points into the tent.
We should definitely talk to her.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, well, that's good to know about the water, because two of our party were seeing very strange things that the rest of us couldn't see.
He kind of
Strange
scratches his head a
things.
little bit and he's like, maybe that's not a bad idea.
Talk to
And he
Eva,
kind of just
yeah.
he kind of just walks off in mid-conversation and just walks away. And you see him a little bit further down the river, kind of like bent over and like collecting a bunch of water.
nAga's going to do that like backhand to like Altharion's shoulder and be like, I told you.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, exactly like that.
And I'll turn to him and go, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was, this is completely foreign. Everything is up for question from me. I've got no idea what we're walking into, so I'm going to question literally everything.
I get that, but like pretty grass, pretty trees, helpful signs, like that's the good kind of drugs, man.
a good kind of drugs.
I understand what you're saying, but now that we know what actually happens, it's not as bad as I thought it could have been.
Yeah. I think we should hold on to a water skin of this water specifically for that, especially if we really are like looking into the past. That could be like super useful. We should talk with Ava about it, but I think it'd be a good idea to like hold on to just in case.
I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not 100% certain we should do it.
And we talked to
Just have
Eva
this
first.
vision
Yeah,
of
I
like a
agree.
few of you just like taking little sips out of it when not looking, like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do nothing.
Then when you need the
Yeah,
water,
yeah.
we'll be like, hey,
It's-
let's take the water.
It's kind of like a
Freaking drug addicts.
yes.
Oh man.
It's
I mean-
fine.
I mean, out of character, nAga is probably not done with this water.
I'm sure he's not.
No
I
shit,
think
he's
that's
not.
beautiful.
Now that the guy's like, oh, it's not that bad. It's like,
water the
perfect. He's the expert. He's the one who's been living here this whole time.
Yeah. So while you guys are having this small conversation, you kind of are looking around. Eva's inside. You don't hear anything. He just pointed. The tent doors are shut at the moment. And Rukhar, you've had a couple of drinks at this point. They keep handing you
No
more.
way.
And you look around and you're like, wow, it's really pretty here. The fire seems to glow extra bright. The tree branches or like the logs that you're sitting on around the fire are comfortable. The grass feels really lush and green. And you're like, I don't know, those mountains over there are gorgeous. Like, I think
Okay,
I
that I
can
can
live
get
in
on board
those
with.
forever. And
I
they
was gonna
do.
say
They
I
look
don't really say pretty. Things
sprawling.
are pretty a whole lot.
No, they are
but mountains, yeah.
pretty. They're something that unlike you've ever seen before. They're green. They're just so green, and they're tipped with the snow white tips, and they just feel like home. It's so nice, and that's kind of the mentality that you sit in. Avery, you're going to be in the same wanderlust. You absolutely love the way it feels. Everything's amazing. You still have that lush green feel around you, and everything's comfortable, and you're just happy.
I'm gonna look over and I'm like, hey, when we go home, can we take a bottle of this stuff with us?
Naga's just going to give Avery a hug and be like, "You're my best friend now."
Did we just become best friends?
I think you did. I think you did. I think you two are gonna just encourage each other the whole way. I think.
This is
They're gonna get full on.
I think it's beautiful. We have a bromance going on here.
We're enablers of each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Like this is slightly self-destructive, but you know.
They're just
Fun
getting
way.
tanked.
In a fun way.
They just get tanked.
Hey, he said that it's not bad.
So that means it must be really, really good for us.
The weird
It's
random guy
totally
we met
healthy.
in Ghostland yesterday said it wasn't bad. So
Stop it.
not bad.
Kane, what would you like to do at this point? I know you're kind of hovering over there.
Personally, don't know. I see the people acting like idiots getting drunk, right?
Idiots! You're the one who's like chaos. Yes, let's go.
Yeah, but then we become chaotic. Oh.
No. Hold up. I'm not saying it's bad. Okay. You guys are still acting like idiots, in my opinion. Okay. I want to go talk to the old lady.
I'm already chaotic,
Okay.
so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys can get drunk and stay by the campfire. I don't care.
Beautiful. All right. So everybody who isn't drinking, and actually cares to, can go and sit with Madame Eva. Avery and Rukhar, you're both gonna stay by the fire, I'm assuming, for now anyway?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And as you guys are walking into the tent, you do look back and you see Radka taking this skin of water, and he's kind of rushing to just the nearest person that he could find, and he's like, "You drink this." You could hear him "Drink it. Tell me what you see." And he's kind of coercing each of them to show him because he doesn't really know.
He's running a science experiment on his friends.
For science.
Yeah, exactly. Just natural Bill Nye. So as you walk in, there's a reddish glow to the whole interior of the tent. There's a low table in the center that's covered in what looks like black velvet. Madame Eva is sitting on the other side, facing you. And in the center of the table seems to be a fairly large crystal ball. It's held up by what looks like diamonds and platinum. It's beautiful. It's kind of eye-catching.
It's time.
Her voice cracks a bit when she says hello. Yes, she is our vagina friend. She is definitely a vagina friend.
Vagina friend!
Yes. And she goes, "Oh, you made it. I'm so glad you're here. How was your sleep?"
We heard we've been sleeping for a long time.
She kind of looks around and she goes, "About 18, almost 18 days. Kind of. Sleeps, we call them here, because we don't know what time of day it is." And she kind of holds her arms up to the sky. She's part of the curse. She looks at each one of you in a way that she did when you first arrived. Like she's known you forever. Like how a parent would look at you when you've done something wrong, or a grandparent would look at you when you've done something really good.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
That
And
vibe.
she gives you that older figured, I'm going to parent you whether you like it or not, because you're in my home. That kind of appeal.
Yep.
But, she's got, crystal ball, so, she's kind of rich. Just saying. As she starts looking through you guys, and to each one of you, she goes, there's a few of you missing.
Yeah, they,
Are drinking from the fountain, huh?
yes, they
You
have drank the
okay?
Kool-Aid.
Oh, it's very good Kool-Aid, though. She kind of gives a little snide cackle. And snaps right back to it. And she kind of looks at each one of you with a tilted head. Like you need to tell her stuff, but she already knows. Who wants to go first?
What would you like to know?
Why do you think you're here?
I think from what you told us previously that we were invited here.
Oh, you very much were, but why? And it's not Balak. He's useless.
I think it was because we tried to kill the tree.
You're a smart one. You also have a long history that you might not well know of. Because I've been roaming these plains for many, many years. Because I've seen all of you at least once. Sometimes twice. She kind of looks around and she goes, have any of you heard of a demiplane? Do you know what those are?
I would assume we kind of all have a general idea of it, right? Like, maybe not like full knowledge, but we're kind of like, yeah.
Kind of.
Can
I mean, this might be a little meta, but that is something that the people nAga was following around and stuff actually like studied a lot of, so he may know a bit about it.
Yeah.
Would I?
He kind of looks.
He'll raise his hand.
Okay.
Yeah. I am proficient in history. Would I be able to?
You would have an idea of what a demiplane would be in this case. So she kind of looks and she goes, a few of you I've seen many times. And she kind of eyes nAga a little bit, but kind of on the side. She's not trying to out anyone in particular. She goes, so when you come here, time is not the same as when you left. And time will not be the same when you get back. We're punished because of Strahd. And the way that she says his name is very, very disappointed. She's got something with him much deeper than anyone really understands. You can tell just by the tone.
Okay, now I gotta hear you say it.
What? Strahd? Oh gosh. So
I'm just joking. You know,
I know. She kind of looks around and she stares into the crystal ball a bit and she goes, the few of you who understand where we are, for those that don't, a demiplane is a location that's been quarantined. You can't leave. You can get in, kind of, if you're invited or you happen to stumble into one of the mists which float around out there. She goes, we used to love this land. It was beautiful when he first took over. And then he condemned it. It was 100 and some odd years later, and here we are still, and I would like nothing more than to have him killed. So that's where you come in.
Interesting.
So you're saying you dealt with say.
We has to be, and we have to break this curse. The children are dying. Have you seen them? We can't let them drink the water because, well, I mean, your friends know what the water does. And that's just not right for children. They shouldn't have to live in a fantasy world where his curses and wizards placed on this land to make us think that we're happy.
Is it true that the water allows us to see, like, in the past, like distant
What
past?
this land once was, yes.
Okay, then yeah, he's jacked this up real good.
Yeah, he has. Our parents would be incredibly disappointed. I know that one of you has a little bit of a want and a will. And I assume that the rest of you will join that want and a will as you go through. But there's some things that you should probably know about the region. There's something here for every one of you. Something you may have been seeking, something that you need an answer to, or maybe just fate. One way or another.
When she mentions fate, Altharion will glance at Evanora and just give a bit of a side glance and then tune back in what he's saying.
At the exact same time, Evanora will do the exact same thing.
I'm just unlike last time, I'm like sitting there kind of serious and looking at her like, I have a feeling she knows more than what she's letting know.
nAga nods as he looks between you two, while slowly drinking.
Taking sips there.
Ridiculous.
She kind of looks over and she goes, "It does taste good, guys. However, it doesn't last. And sometimes the transition between what you see and what you should see is a little abrupt. And sometimes you don't see what you want to see. Maybe a blip from the future, maybe something from the past. But when you have something happen here, it doesn't always mean that it happens out there.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Balak was dead when you left him, was he not?
Correct.
And he's not anymore. Well, here anyway.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Does that mean that even if we kill them in the Forgotten Realm, they're still alive here? But if we kill them here, would they still be alive in the Forgotten Realm, or would they be dead?
You're on to it. If you kill them out there, and they come back in here, it's like nothing ever happened. They can leave again. If they get permission. And it would be as if nothing ever happened previously. It would pick up right where it left off. If you kill them in here, well, most of this plane will no longer exist. Since it's just one giant curse right in the middle of the Forgotten Realms.
We're totally in purgatory.
Pretty much.
I believe it.
You are not far off.
No, you're not. You're not far off at all. You are not far off at all.
It's like purgatory hell. It's a little bit worse than purgatory.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You have barely breached the map at this point, essentially.
So I'll kind of reiterate. So I'm correct in saying if we kill them here, then they can't, then they're dead everywhere, kind of thing.
Correct. But you have to kill the one. If it isn't for Strahd, none of this would exist. We've all sort of been tempted to obey him and be part of his escapade. And if he exists, we exist. But many that you see around you should have been dead decades ago.
So would that
The
leave?
children have never aged. The only ones that age are the ones that leave and come back.
So
And when you look
The
at
rest
her,
they don't age.
she's-
Interesting.
She's very old. Her husband's incredibly old. But Damia has never grown. But you can tell she's wise.
what would happen to you if Strahd was to be no more?
Oh, by the graces of the gods, we would all just be put out of our misery. Because I don't think that any living soul in this region would know what to do with themselves.
I guess my question more is, would you die, or would you stay alive and be able to leave the plane?
I think it would depend on who you're talking about. Because Damia would probably be able to leave. Because she's young at heart, anyway. Some of the older folk might not make it, but that's okay. I think that as you make your way to meet Strahd, which you inevitably will, you'll see that most people here share my sympathies.
Okay. You were saying.
This Strahd guy does not sound great.
No. You were,
Just saying.
you were saying that there's one of us who's got a will and a way. Who is it?
Well, if I told you that, what fun would it be?
I understand, but you're the one that seems to know everything here, and we
I
do
think
not
if
know
you
much.
take an inner look at who you are, and who you are together, more importantly, because you do need each one of you, and if one is missing, this whole plan is for naught. You each have a special reason for being here and something to resolve, and in that resolution, you'll find the one who can do the things and the ones who understand the things. But always remember that it is least likely the person you expect it to be. Kind of eyes up each person and hovers a little bit over Varrick. Just for an extra moment.
Does Altharion pick up on she does that?
Yes. Yes, he does. In fact, the only person that doesn't, besides not being in the room, is Evanora.
Of course I don't.
It's passive perception based, I'm sorry. Honestly,
Rude.
I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the only person that isn't following her eyes as much as she is trying to contemplate what she's saying is Evanora.
Evanora is not exactly the picture of picking up on social cues anyway, so makes sense.
Okay.
You saying she ain't the brightest cookie in the yard?
No. It's just she's a little socially disconnected.
That's why it's a
Okay.
combination between
Teal'c,
Teal'c,
like, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Teal'c and Sheldon.
All right.
Yeah.
I have more important things to worry about. Okay.
Yeah, like
Rude.
having
That's
the,
Sheldon level.
sword of justice.
Okay.
Rude.
So, I'm not. Altharion just kind of notes it that Madam Eva looks more on Varrick and isn't going to say anything at the moment.
nAga will ask, like, how do you expect us to do anything about Strahd if he literally is corrupting an entire demi-plane? That seems pretty,
You would
pretty
think
sus.
it would be really powerful, wouldn't you? But it's actually not him. It is the things that protect him. It's a curse, you see, for the things that he's done. He's a murderer. He's killed so many innocents. And it all started from one. The tree, in other words. Tatiana. And because of that, he's condemned here forever. But because we helped him, namely the lead or the matriarch or the patriarch of each individual faction that you'll find here in this land, we're all punished.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
So, how?
We gotta destroy his Horcruxes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm about to ask. Actually, I was like,
It's now the Harry Potter campaign.
how are we meant to undo the curse?
There's several things that you're going to have to do. Consider them trials before you can even locate him. And I can't direct you to him because he moves constantly. So you're going to have to go to each of the settlements. And you're going to have to probably pass their individual conundrums. And I genuinely think that starting, your best bet is to go south and sweep the lands. There's many of you can do it, I have faith. And there's little regions that you can stop in overnights if you would like to get some sleep.
Like Ravenloft?
So you could definitely head towards Ravenloft, because there's a wizard there that you'd probably get a lot of information out of, who's been here since the very beginning. In fact, many people accuse him of being the cause of the curse.
What's his name?
Let me find it so that I don't fudge it up. 1 second. I have it somewhere. Kind of. Oh, what sheet is it on? It's in this one. Like 42 sheets for each one of these things. Is it this one? Okay, where do be his name? Piece of paper. It's not on the page. No. Son of a bee. There's too many papers. Sugar, you have to remind me to organize.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'll remind you. I'm actually gonna put
feed
a
off of
note
each
in
other.
my notes.
Yeah, to just organize the papers that I have, because I have tons of them.
Yeah. If it's taking a bit of time, but maybe you could just.
No, I'll find it. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
It's on one of these. I think it's actually on this one. Or not. I'll get it for you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
that
remind you.
Yeah.
I'll remind you.
And I'll send it to you. I forget the wizard's name. I said
his
it like
name
a
is
million
Jonathan
times.
for now.
Sure.
No, it's
that works.
he's
Hang out
definitely
with
in
us as we
Jeffrey.
play through this
Jeffrey-
session.
You're
It's
right.
great fun playing with these
It is
guys.
Jeffrey.
Absolute shenanigans.
It's Jeffrey John. We're gonna keep it.
Jeffrey Donovan.
Jeffrey John. It's gonna bother me until I remember it. Where do I have this? Motherfluck. Ah, I found it. It's Malcor Harpel. And I'm gonna write it down this time so I don't forget it. Because I will. Malcor Harpel. There.
One more time, sorry.
Malcor. I put it in the lore keeper. Harpel.
Oh, even better.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
sounds
gonna
like a
throw
wizard that started a
a
curse.
ton of shit into there throughout like the next week or so because I need to make sure that you guys have the proper discussions.
Awesome.
Okay.
So Rukhar is gonna look sharply at her when she says that.
Okay. Fair.
I just give her a smile.
Is Rukhar actually in the tent, or is he still by the fire?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I stumbled in earlier.
Okay.
Stumbled.
I did notice, but yes,
I made sure to stumble on my way there too. It was
he stumbled. Yeah. You'll want to talk to him. He's got quite the army protecting him, so just be careful. They're not as friendly as we are. You know, minus the water necessities. They are not as deluded. So keep that in mind.
So are you saying we'd have to fight our way in?
Unless you go very cautiously, maybe. It really is a matter of which way you go. Any of the camps here will either have a fight or a flight, and it really depends on you as you continue. But I can't tell you what you're going to do. I can only see some of the decisions you might have made. And I can read the past.
What does the past tell you?
There's a lot of trouble. There's a lot of things that each of you are looking for that won't really be answered before your time. But we'll try to help. And if you do this for me, and for everyone else really in this horrific land, we could definitely help you in the future. Because I'm gonna be dead. I know I will. You don't kill your brother and then survive. So you'll likely
No. We're not just gonna pass over that. We're not just gonna no, brother?
Well, yes. I mean, we have the same parents, so I suppose that means we're siblings.
I don't know about this whole brother thing.
You are checked out, Avery, if you're trying to talk to us. I heard like a muffle of a mic.
Okay, I said Hulk Hogan be like.
Oh, I don't like the whole brother just sliding it in there.
Well, no one ever asked. Particularly what our affinity was.
Is Avery in the river?
Has Avery walked into the river? Is that what's gone on here?
Yeah.
Did we do that?
I'm like just basically in my underwear at this point, and I'm just like relaxing in the water with beer in hand.
Yeah. Avery is now absorbing as much of the water as he can through his body. Lovely. Any more questions for me?
Said fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
So that mean it's gonna be a simple kind of decision whether we fight what's going on or whether we run away from it.
It depends on your decisions as you go. You'll always work better if you work together.
I firmly believe in working together as a team, and something that I stand strong in doing is not splitting up our group. So everywhere we go, I will do my best to keep us together as a unit.
That's the best way to do it. I do think that you should... maybe not. No, yes, you should. You should go see the old woman. She's in the Bone Grinder. It's one of the towns a little bit further west. When you find her...
Not that name.
Bone Grinder, yeah.
Oh my
When you find her, tell her I sent you.
The source of the fever pit.
Oh my gosh.
And she might know of a group that you should talk to. Particularly you, and she points at Drak. I think that you'll like them.
Fun.
I keep seeing shadows behind me and it's freaking me the fuck out. I swear to God, I can't handle it.
Immersion. That's what that's
right?
called.
Yep.
Yeah. Spoopy. Anywho, but you should go see her. Her name is Morgantha. You'll find her to be quite stately. And don't be surprised, each one of the leaders of these factions that I keep calling them, although we do deal with each other, we don't always get along, we are all related. Back in my time, everything was a family job. And he was the prince. You have to protect your kings. Well, more appropriately, the queens. So make sure that you keep that in mind as you go forward.
Okay. Good to know.
Interesting.
What would you like to do?
nAga really wants to go see Jeffrey.
I said, let's go to the Bone Grinder. Let's create chaos.
No, geez.
Sounds like a name from the Borderlands games, like.
Right?
I'll pipe up and I go, if she's we've got two different people we can go and speak. We've either got Malcor Half-Hell, who's in Ravenloft, and we might have to fight our way to him if we're not careful. Or we've got the old woman at the Bone Grinder, like, who potentially Drax be interested in a group she knows, whether they could help or not. But I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I'm feeling a bit out of my depth in making.
We can go for the wizard too. I don't care.
To
Yeah, this is hard.
We could split up and go check out each different thing.
No,
Absolutely not.
absolutely
Rule no-
not.
Golden
That's an
rule
awful
of
idea.
D&D, never
Naga
split
offers
the
as he
party.
takes another sip.
Yes,
Oh
Kane,
my
never
God.
split the party.
I look at the old
Look,
lady.
out of
and
character, I know that, but Naga doesn't know.
Well,
Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
well, Altharion
Look-
had said directly to Eva that I would do my best to not have the party split up, but to keep it together
Mhm.
as a unit. So, Naga, were you not listening when I said that I was going to do the best that I can to keep us all together and working as a team as one unit, not two?
Anyways,
Love it.
considering that she gave us the name, I will look at the Eva. I think that's her name, right?
Uh-huh.
The GIF in
And that's
general
for-
is what Naga does.
If she has any general idea how many times the wizard has gone to the outside.
The wizard does not leave. Not recently, anyway. He sends other people.
Interesting.
Who does he send?
It depends on who subjects themselves to him. But he also can move the entire castle. So you may see it floating around from time to time.
You said he never leaves.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, not recently anyway. For us.
That is an interesting development.
Hmm.
Can I actually make a history check?
Sure. What's your history in for?
My knowledge of something that we had discussed
Yeah.
very early on in terms of my character.
Shoot me with it.
So the flying, the disappearing, tower.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what I'm pulling out information to see if I can recall that as well as I
Yeah.
think I do.
Beautiful. Yeah, you have a memory, very slight one, but a memory of many stories. These towers that would come and go. And you've been hunting for them, well, mostly your entire bloodline. There's things in that tower that you want.
So I'll turn to the party and I go, I've heard of such towers being able to fly. It's something I've been looking for, trying to seek out in some of my travel. In fact,
So one of the stories comes together.
in fact, my
You'll
entire
see
bloodline
as
has been trying to
time
find
goes
them.
on, you'll all come together in some way. You're not the only one looking for that tower, or rather its contents. So as you go on, keep that in mind. And I think that you guys should actually talk to each other. Get to know one another a little bit. And good luck finding the tower. It should be to the south. Should be.
It's a time for her to roll the deck.
Oh, jeez.
She's rolled the deck a couple times. Badoop. As you carry on, you'll come back and visit. I know you will, so just count on it. And each time you do, I'll meet with one of you individually, privately. And if you have questions, I'll answer them. But I don't think you're ready yet.
Oh, for mercy. We ain't ready.
Yep.
I mean, I think I'm ready.
Oh, no, you're not. And she kind of looks at you and smiles a little bit, and she's like, not yet. You don't really know why you're here yet.
Oh. Considering the Altharion does not want to fight, at least not right now. I said we should head for the bone grinder. Since according to the lady, we might find friendly people there.
Said the bone grinder was to the west, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Drax, I think we might need allies. I feel out of my depth.
Well, let's go find some friendly people.
Alright.
Just go. Oh, there it is.
Do we want to rest here for the night first? Or do we just start with that?
It's always night. You really want to sleep for another 3 weeks?
She kind of smirks a little bit, and she's like,
He's got a really good point, though. He's got a really good point.
he's not really wrong. Yeah. So she'll
That's
find
such a
you'll
good
need
point.
less sleep while you're here. Considering you had a very large nap, you'll probably be fine for a little while anyway. But you're more than welcome to stay and eat if you would like. We do have food. Don't worry, it hasn't been touched by the water. And
Thank God.
anything we have, you are more than welcome to your fair share of it. Whatever you need to get through. And don't forget to keep an eye out for the tents. We do shift around a little bit, so you'll probably see us stop by.
Okay.
And look for Stanimir,
How
because he's around
nomadic.
somewhere, and he's a little bit perturbed that this is all going on, and he can't be a part of it, because I won't let him.
I won't let it. Oh my god.
Standing me want the same thing.
He does. But if he does it, we don't know what will happen.
Is there a reason
He is
why?
technically his brethren of sorts, so I can't allow him to do it. He just wants what's best for his daughter. At any cost. Even his own life. So the longer I can sustain him, the better it is. Because that girl deserves a father. Considering she doesn't have a mother.
I would agree. If we run into him, try and talk.
Yeah, just tell him you've understood your goals.
We will.
Even if you don't, it's okay. He won't know the difference. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
But please, like I said, feel free to anything in the camp that you need. And if our hooligans can help you in any way, just let them know. They probably have nothing, to be honest with you. They probably have nothing, but if they do have something, you can definitely take it. They don't go anywhere anyway.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Altharion will kind of head out of the tent. And he'll kind of look past the horse to kind of look over the other side, just very much deep in thought. Just arms crossed, stroking his beard every so often, just really pondering everything that's just been said.
I have a stampede above me, apparently. It is children. What the hell are they doing? It's ridiculous.
Again, immersion. It's the horses on the bank.
It is the horses, 1000%. I'm gonna tell them to do it more often. Oh my gosh. From here, you guys can leave the tent, obviously, and make your way around the town a bit. You're more than welcome to search things. However, it is 11 o'clock. And it's just about that time.
Yep.
We will pick up right from here. We can do some searching if you would like to, or asking for supplies that you may think you need. And then we will continue wherever your hearts tell us to go.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
So, question: has just about everyone left the tent yet?
Nope, I'm still inside.
Okay.
I'd probably be leaving by now.
You'll have a few wanderers come out. Avery,
Yeah,
are you
I'd be
fully
out
naked
too.
By now?
What?
I said, Avery,
Yeah,
are you
I'm
fully naked by now?
Not naked, but like my pants are up but unbuttoned, and my shirt is like half tucked. Where I like was like, oh wait, I have to talk to this lady.
What the
I just wanna play here naked.
And that's
Oh
the
my
Bard
God.
Forest.
Yeah.
Well, with that, Naga will come up to Avery and let him know, hey, by the way, the water is totally safe, totally fine, and super awesome. We should just no big deal. We can keep drinking it. But you do your thing, bud.
Hell
And I'll
yeah.
give him a thumbs up.
That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Like we mentioned to you before, you don't need to rest. Probably anytime soon. And you don't need like full sleeps. So here, because of the way it is and considering the time, any short rest is considered a long rest for your spells, etc., so on. And any short rest will be about an hour long, and it's just enough for you guys to eat, gather your health back, and move along. It is forever twilight, so you essentially can sustain for a very long period of time. And you just slept for 18 days, so you're okay. You're okay.
We're current peak
We'll be
sanity
fine.
level,
Yeah.
for the most part.
I'll just wait until I kick the sanity meter on. It's gonna be fun.
Oh.
The sanity meter minus
Yeah,
already.
and they
negative.
they built it into Roll20 specifically for this.
Oh,
Mine
gosh.
is-
So excited to use it.
My
Yeah.
sanity is like negative 600. Just
Sanity is actually a really cool.
It is a
Feature?
really cool function.
They
Yeah,
they
I
pulled it
love
from a similar tabletop game called Call of Cthulhu, and I play
Yeah.
that game, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually
it-
have Call of Cthulhu, and I've been dying to play it, but I don't want to run it. But I want to play it like real bad.
yeah. Yeah. It's sanity meter just makes me cringe.
Yeah.
It's just.
Or else affected by this, by the way. We don't sleep.
I would want to run a
hold up,
Call
hold
of
up, hold
Cthulhu
up,
game.
hold up.
Are you hurting
You
enemy?
fucking
I know.
come back
I've been
literally
here
when
the
we
whole time.
called.
Oh, man.
Someone hold me before I smack him.
Seriously.
I'm just
Because
imagining.
we have
now,
chance. We don't sleep. We meditate.
Yeah,
Kane, I'm imagining.
it would be the same concept.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so for your full, what would be your full chance to get all of everything back would be a short rest. So it's like 4 hours length at most.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh dear God, he has the TV really loud. I could hear it through my headphones. That's how I know. And it's like
Well,
squealing
we're
monkeys.
done for now, right?
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Spicy.
Alright, I'll be back in the
Spicy.
second team.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this session. It was great fun, just kind of exploring Barovia and doing the thing with everybody. It's great fun. I'm really enjoying this campaign. I'm excited to see where it keeps on going. the character development of Altharion. I'm really enjoying digging into him and playing him. It's just, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I hope you guys are as well. If you enjoy this video, feel free to drop a like and a comment down below as well. I do normally live stream these as well every most Saturdays from 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time as well when we do play. But keep apprised on my Facebook and my Instagram. Down below, you can find the link to those. And yeah, I shall catch you next time.